Hi-ho, beaver! Away!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to KritzKast. We have one jam-packed evening ahead of you here tonight with the Mid-Highlander Grand Finals for Season 17 between Stinghan Academy and the newly renamed 50 Shades of Purple. Bringing this action to you tonight is myself, Gamma, your resident mid-expert for this evening. And alongside me, giving you the camera angles, all the correct shots and all that sort of stuff, as usual, is Wiethoofd. And the other voice alongside mine is extrasolar. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. Gamma, it's going to be, I think it's going to be a pretty game tonight.
I'm really looking forward to it, I have to say. I think this will be quite a good matchup, quite an even matchup between two teams that pretty much, dominated the mid-division this time round. You, of course, know 50 Shades of Purple quite well yourself, if you want to have a look through their team yourself.
Sure, I think if we just do rosters quick as well. We got 50 Shades of Purple, their roster today. Hopefully it's going to be the same. I'm being told that their roster for this season is Scout. We've got Unrav, who's an absolute beast on Scout. He plays like Div 2/6s along with the demo Eli. They got Static on Soldier. They've got Gaz on Pyro, who I think he's played like in a mid team with like Bleeko and Selio and Yak before in sixes, and they got third place, I believe. Heavy is usually Vet Leaks, but they're going to get a Merc today, and that is Blaze. NG is called Zod. Don't know too much about him, but I'm sure we'll be doing quite a bit today. Medic is Hans, Sniper is James, we know a lot about James, and then Spy is Buckets.
I was just going to interject quickly there just to say that a lot of this team have a lot of, high-level sixes experience themselves, and it's interesting to compare that then to the maps in general. They probably feel quite comfortable on them.
Yeah, I mean, like, I know 50 Shades of Purple, they came up against Sting Academy in the last week of the regular season on Badwater, which they won 6-0, and then which it was immediately banned in the playoffs. And that's what a lot of teams seem to be doing. That's what my team did in Div 1, for example. Like, we lost Gullywash 5-0 in the regular season, and then we just decided, you know what, we don't want to play that. Just take it straight out of the map pool for playoffs against both the teams that we played. So, yeah, a lot of teams just don't really want to do that. It's they're not feeling comfortable on that particular map. They'll just say, you know what, we're not going to play it.
It's the right thing to do as well. Against them then tonight is Stinghan Academy. Stinghan is not actually on the roster. They're just taking his name. Scout is Dempsey. Soldier is the resident Prem player to you. Pyro is Delt. Demo, Daga. Heavy tonight is Saturn. I think his nickname is Mesa in game. NG is Swir, Medic, Haku, Sniper is Bear, and Spy is Mad. A lot of Polish players in this particular team.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the teams and I'm seeing a lot of people that I've actually played with before. I know Haku, I played with him on a Yak Highlander team, and I think it was season 11. I think it was haha nice GG. He was playing Spy for that team. I've played with Tuya before. I've played with Tuya in played with him in Ready City Pan season 3 a bit. Also played with him in UGC Plat 6s in season 27. I think I cut myself from that team and then we won that season for Grand Finals. So thanks to you for the Plat medal. And then
nice easy medal.
I think we've got on over on Blue. I mean, I've played with James before on quite a few teams. James and Eli. I've played with both of those on quite an infamous ETF2L team that was called the Spy. I think a lot of people would have heard of that team. Got James as well. I mean, I've played with James before in UGC as well. He is an absolute large man on Sniper. He won silver with me, I think, season 24 against what eventually became Gator Esports, who got second place Div 2 this season, and James slammed in both those games. So I think we're going to see a lot coming out of the Snipers in this game, and Tuya as well, who of course has played for Envision in High and Prem before.
Well, actually, moving on to, whether we'll see the Snipers or not, we can kind of see what maps we're going to be seeing tonight. So the map picks are Product, picked by 50 Shades of Purple, Upward, picked by Stinghan Academy, and Gullywash, picked finally by 50 Shades of Purple. What's your gut instinct looking at those maps and how they favour each team?
I think James is going to slam on Product, and so is Eli. If they're not shut down by Tuya, then they're just going to run absolute rampant on this map. James did very well in warm-up scrim earlier, so I think James is just gonna go nuts. Sting Academy banning Warmtick, that's really smart. Just because it's such a out of product on Warmtick, I would say Warmtick is even more sniper heavy, because for me the entire map just seems like a giant sightline. It's really difficult to hide from the sniper on Warmtick, just wherever you are. Gullywash being the decider map, if it does go to the third map, it'll be quite a bit slower. Won't really see the snipers going as large as you might think. You probably see the 2 in unrev coming into their own a lot more on that map. It was interesting that Purple banned Coal Plant. I'm not sure if James likes Coal Plant that much. I mean, I know he's complained about Asheville in the past. He doesn't really like that map, and Coal Plant is quite similar. So yeah, maybe it's just they don't like Coal Plant.
Yeah, that would make sense, I suppose, then, playing to their strengths, as you say it, having James and Eli working as best as they possibly can. Product and Gullywash are maps that can favour a strong demo and a strong sniper. I would say Unrav as well on Scout is definitely someone they want to enable where possible. Whereas I'd say Stinghan as a group would probably want more teamwork-focused maps like Payload. But as it happens, we're actually going to go live on Product Middle here. Highlander Grand Finals from the Mid-Division Season 17. 50 Shades of Purple on red and... No, on blue, sorry. And Stinghan on red. We have a Kritz on the field, extrasolar.
Yeah, we got Hans running that KritzKast, and James Wright's away gets Delty. Eli got to mid a little bit later, maybe doing a later rollout. He's getting some spam out, taking some tanks. So far, we just got nothing. So far, we got James. James is going huge, actually. He's already killed Dagger and Delty. Spy's in on the medic, but he does get found out. And now they're going to want to walking across this right side of the point here. But no, maybe they're just playing safe a little bit. They really should be walking faster. And they give him a lot of spacing and have.
Oh, here comes the Kritz coming out onto Eli. They're not really going to get anything except for Haku with it, but that's the only thing you need to getting the enemy medic. And now they have used James's picks to walk across the point, get it for themselves, and now they're going to have that massive advantage.
Yeah, I kind of wanted them to see just going more aggressive on this point, because I know that the downside to having combo sniper is that you can lose him when you walk forwards, but they lost him anyway. So you might as well have just gone forwards anyway. I would like to see more aggression coming out. They won the mid fight and they got the medic, but I think it could have been forward holding by now if they were forward.
Maybe it's just a little bit of nerves, I suppose. It's the first round of the grand final. You just want to settle into it really more than anything else, and maybe respect the opposition for a while until you've established your dominance over them with your sniper or whatever is your particular advantage over them, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean a lot of teams like to just play it safe for the first few rounds, so it's the Kritz actually does come out actually through to Eli. But look how far back Haku is. He's all the way back on cliff here, and they're not getting anywhere near him. Unrav is trying to get something, but he's being stopped by the cloaked spy of Mad there.
That's some good play there from Haku, anticipating the Kritz, sitting way back with Delt, ready to reflect things, and with Mesa or Saturn ready to shoot people as well. The full advantage on that Uber gun, looking to come in here onto Dempsey, it seems. Walking forward, trying to take some ground. They're coming in here onto the scout with the demo and pyro as well. They're just chasing back those players, but they're not really getting any picks with it. They've managed to take the space though, if nothing else. James with a massive headshot on Dempsey. Yeah. Delt just dying, looking for the medic, I suppose. Dagger gets the important kill onto James, the man we've talked so much about. That's unfortunate.
Buckets is just looking around there. He's on Shiner, and the Reaper's going to come in as well, because Hans got all the way out as well, and he's coming up on 100% like KritzKast as well. Looking to just take some ground across this point here. Haku is kind of a bit aggressive here, but no, he's all the way out through main. Laser beams come out through the heavy onto Blaze. And if nothing else, the Kritz has forced everybody out. We've got Bayer here on China trying to get something. But Hans and James, they're playing really safe here. James is taking a buff, so I decides just to back out of that one.
Eli, actually, it looked like he thought that Haku was on cliff alongside his heavy. But that, in actual fact, Haku is retreating in the complete opposite direction. They're going in again here onto the demo, not really getting anything. Delt walking forward as well. The reflect up into the sky goes Haku, not really getting anything. James, in fact, getting Bayer, and Delt feeding as well a bit. They get the point,
is coming in right away though. And yeah, this Kritz advantage as well is really strong. As soon as it's super phasing, Buckets gets Saturn as well. No sniper, no spy for Stinghan either, so that's going to be really easy repush. But this Wrangle Mini is doing so much damage to the heavy. Finally, it gets taken down by the combination of Static and James there. And they will retake this recap, and they have a 6% advantage here.
And we also have a pause, it seems.
It's not Highlander without your pause.
Not Highlander without a pause and a 15-minute odd delay before a map starts. the usual stuff. But I find it just so interesting, really, that Stinghan have this Uber charge and they have been keeping their medic alive during the crits pushes, but they just haven't been able to make it count. They haven't been able to find the right picks with it. Sure, they've gotten the point off it, but they've only really gotten 10 or 15 seconds off each time.
Yeah, I think like out of both medics are playing really safe, right? I mean, Haku's died maybe once at the start of the round with the first crits that came through, and apart from that, there have been no medic deaths. So I think it's just both teams are just like trying to really like play conservatively around the medic, and we've got 50 Shades that are really like playing around that. They're getting out at the right times really early. They're heavy surviving every time as well, so they're winning every post-Uber fight. Well, post-crits fight as well, really. But if you think, like, it's just the way that Stinghan have been playing. They've been bleeding players as they're on the back out. They get Haku out, which is great, but they're just getting separated on the repush as well because they're spawned delayed by just a few seconds. It's difficult when that's happening to your team as well, because sometimes it's quite difficult, even if you recognise it. It's sometimes difficult just to get your timings back together.
And it looks now, you know, that they're going to have to push in with they're against this 100% crits now. They have very little time left on the clock, realistically. I know the timers are bugged during the pause, but they didn't have much time left. Yeah, it was only about 30-40 seconds left. They mightn't be able to get an Uber charge up in time. Haku does have 40%-ish now, but, you know, they don't really even have an opportunity to send in a sack wave or anything as well. They kind of just have to regroup and push his wad and hope for the best, really. Spread out and try and negate the AoE crits damage coming out from Eli.
Yeah, the one saving grace is that they've got all their respawners coming up in like just 1 second now. They're just preparing to spawn queue now. They're going to just try and probably like force a medic from main or concrete over here. That's where they're currently just sitting. They're going to give Tuya 300 probably. They're going to just try and jump him. That is the one saving grace of crits. You know, there's only certain classes that can really effectively AoE people on this point of it. Granted, the timer isn't really on their side, and they could just like, you know, get destroyed by the by maybe the laser beams heavy or something. But if you can kill the demo as well during a crit, then that's really strong. That isn't effectively negates half your crits right away. But they haven't got to really time to build the Uber either. Unless it was like 45 seconds, they've maybe got time just to like get the Uber and then get onto the point. But of course, then there is the danger. You need a lot of cap time beforehand. Else you could risk Ubering people that are on the point. Of course, they can't cap with the Uber. I have seen many a team lose a round because they've Ubered someone who was trying to cap the point on a COF map. And that's again, they're really playing into the strengths of crits here. Because if they come in and try and get a load of cap time, they can just pop their crits off and just kill like 6 people and chase the frags. So it's a hill to climb, definitely, for Stinghan. The Unpause comes in.
There it is. I was going to say maybe they're going to use the crits aggro here, actually, is what I was going to suggest they might do. They found them here. They've managed to find Haku. Dempsey's been cleaned up by Unrav as well, but Unrav dies himself. Daga does also die as well. Some seriously important picks there from 50 Shades of Purple. That was the right time to go aggressive.
Yeah. It's going to take something really special coming out from Stinghan Academy here just to block the assault. They have no Ubers. The only fortunate thing is like the crits might not be built by the time the round ends. But yeah, they have no Uber. They've got to try and dry push it. So they do get Blaze right away. Dempsey's gone down, but I'd trade Scout for Heavy 8 day of the week on this map at this stage of the game. Mad's gone down as well.
They're just trying to find their range to see where everyone is, really, before they can commit to anything. Delt's leading the charge here. The Pyro's been knocked into the team. Probably didn't want to go that forward, and we've reached
so much
overtime
cap time
there.
right away.
They've gotten all the cap time, but there's so many people alive, though. Hands goes in so weak at the same time. Now comes the crits coming in to see who they can get. They're cleaning up the people on the point.
Yeah. That's the downside of doing that, as I said earlier. If you try and cap right away, that was really smart coming in from 50 Shades there. They knew that because it was overtime, they could just let them cap. They had to cap once to win the game. So they just baited the cap in and then just repush with their crits. They built that really efficiently. It's really
Hans kind of, he was playing a little bit dangerously there, though, because he almost actually died. He went down to about 10 HP at one point there. Got very lucky to stay alive. Kept the crits up. Did the medic job. Handing off the charge to the next, or to the most important person.
Yeah, Eli's opting for the slow rollout this time. It's interesting. He's just playing around this right side here. Two is playing on the roof, looking for just some spacing connector. And look how together 50 Shades are just playing behind this point here. They're all just clumped up, but James goes down right away to Bayo actually, and the bomb comes in for 2. It is denied by Gaz there. As everyone's just walking across the point right away. They know that James is doing the work on for 50 Shades here. But Haku catches a pipe on the way through, and this is looking really bad. All they've really done here is just delayed their medics respawn. Saturn's gone down to buckets as well, and that's going to be a really difficult point to hold now. They've got no heals and no heavy for another 10 seconds.
I was going to say it was nice aggression, like they know the sniper's down, they can start to walk forward, but you need to also, the demo's still alive, you know, you need to be careful about what way you're walking forward, and Haku pays the price with the multiple pipes to the face, and as a result they don't even get 30 seconds off this, and they lose a massive advantage.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate when your medic catches a pipe across the point there. Great job by Eli, but not sure if the positioning was off or just like a random pipe through. But yeah, now they've got this crits out again. This is a really comfortable hold for 50 Shades. They've been doing this entire game, but the crits does get forced by like just rollers across the map from the Iron Bomber. Pretty good unlock, but Haku's it. Oh no!
Brilliant sticky.
Haku just walks outside through house, and he's just gone in and caught the stick at the end. That's so sad. Saving grace, they have killed Eli at the end. No spam coming through, and they killed Saturn as well. James killed Saturn, so that puts an end to the repush capabilities from Stinghan Academy here. I'm just going to tank James here, play around the point, and Matt's taking down the teleporter though, so Eli's got a bit of a longer respawn now. But yeah, they're looking really comfortable now. 50 Shades are.
For a while there, Haku was actually playing in grass with his flank just because he had no one else to heal. Just at the end of that push, as you said, you know, all the combo classes were getting picked. Just Saturn and all the others, and then they weren't able to repush despite getting the medic, getting that important kill, and Haku just has to respawn and chill on grass, which is not a place you want to be. The crits coming out from Eli, just looking to find the range dealt with the reflex. Can that last sticky one coming in over the top of China from Eli? What a shot!
You have to watch for that. That's just you know, he's a Sixers demo. He knows about like the sticky bomb arcs across the cliff there. He's like, you got to watch for that, Haku. Like the Pyro as well. Like you both got to watch for that. That's just that is just poor play at the end there. Like I have to say,
getting around the corner does not mean that you're safe from the critical arc of those stickies on a map like this. That's definitely true. Maybe he was out of ammo actually, because he was reflecting a lot. Might give him the benefit of the doubt on that. They're trying to just try push here.
Just gonna try and walk across here, but Haku's just taken out like 110 damage from the Wrangler just across the map now. So now they just have to back out. He can't even really arrow his demo, and the crits comes in. Well, he'll get caught again. He's out, but the spy's on. Was that a face stab? Spike just comes in and just destroys Haku there.
I feel sorry for Delta in that situation, because you know you're trying to save yourself from the ignominy of allowing another crit to kill your med, and you're reflecting for all you're worth. But then there's a spy behind you as well. You can't really keep track of everything like that, and it feels like quite often it just seems like it's only really Delt protecting him.
This is a much more dominant round coming out of 50 Shades here. Like they're just playing around James and Eli here, just demolishing everything. It's going to scout on Eli though, but he misses a couple of shots there, and Eli will just back out. And now it's just 10 seconds left. They're going to try and make a repush here. They've already lost Tuya and Swear the NG. They're just going to try and walk forwards here, but there's a bit of cat time. Maybe they can get something. They've gotten 4 frags so far. Pyro's on the point here. They have to focus his crits on the heavy. Eli's been zoned out a little bit, actually. I would like to see Delty there, just like playing around his heavy a little bit more. They get the cap anyway, but there will be better respawns coming out from the side of 50 Shades. But they have gotten hands right there. I think that's only his like second death. Maybe even his first step of the game. Oh, the Haku at the end. There's Gaz.
Gaz just walks across the point.
I'm getting just getting flashbacks now of a certain Div 2 grand final when this season when the medic just I think it was Messi actually. He was always just getting caught out at the end of fights because there just wasn't someone backing out with him a lot of the time, and it's really sad. Like when your team's just so focused on being really forwards. You just forget that your medic is a person on the server. You can get caught out really easily.
I really, really dislike that happening to me myself, and it happens too easily. The aggression coming out here, again onto the point, 50 Shades of Purple. They have all the picks, they have the health advantage, they have everything, they have heavy on the point, gunning down everyone who tries to get onto it. Haku dies at the end to backstab to just complete the slam of a round, it must be said.
I'd like to see the crits coming out here from Haku, really. I like to just see how his team fares. I mean, you're 2 rounds down on product, and the last round was quite dominant. We haven't really got anything to lose at this point. Just change it up, try something different. It's not working so far. Eli once again opting for the slow rollout. Just trying to zone really. He's been playing really smart with just zoning Haku and everyone behind the point here. Just focusing this mini as well. Two has got him all the way behind here. He's on his own. He's on James actually. And so is Mad the Spy, but they were both getting caught out.
They lost all 3 of them, in fact, and Saturn is so weak on the point. Eats an arrow for his troubles to try and heal him up. But on comes Gaz, and now here comes Static onto Haku, who has no friends left in the world, and that's just a complete wipe on the midpoint.
It's not what we want to see. And once again, it's just 50 Shades. They're just so comfortable here. Like, they're just not being pressured. I mean, Two has been going behind, and like you know, he's pretty smart soldier. But he's just had, like, Dempsey's not been helping him. That's one thing that I'll say. Like, Dempsey's just not been with his soldier, and, like, Mad is, like, he seems to be taking the same routes that his soldier's taking as well. So he's just getting caught out a lot of the time. James is down as well to Bayer, so maybe this is the beginning of a repush coming out here. If they can just keep everyone alive here.
The important thing as well is they did pick up hands during that mid-fight, so they don't have that massive Uber disadvantage that they might have otherwise had, but there is still that crits advantage coming out. They do get Zodiac actually, so now they can maybe look to see if they can get across the point. Eli went down really weak there, and they're starting to take the space.
I want to see Tuya jumping here.
The point.
No, he's waddling, and Spike comes in and gets hands. Yeah, and he gets Eli as well. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Really nice play actually, and they managed to negate. The crits was just about to come out as well. They managed to just negate anything that might have done to them, and now Haku's going to be the one with the full Uber charge.
I think
Unrav was actually behind them, but they did find him. Oh, it's crits, sorry, my bad.
This isn't actually the first major misplay that 50 Shades have made, I think. They lost their NG and their soldier, so their flank's basically dead. And they decide to crits out through the left side of the map for, like, that by connector there, so that enabled Tuya to just, like, spam them. And then they were looking at Tuya the entire time, and then the spy comes in, and the crits comes out from Haku. Doesn't get anything, but I think actually the one thing I did see him doing is causing all of 50 Shades to walk out when Mad was about to G-cloak on them in the corner, so maybe just a little bit of accidental team griefing there for the spy, but what can you do?
What better pastime than to annoy spy brains?
Exactly. And now we have a 40% advantage here coming in for 50 Shades here. They're getting, Hands is so weak, just took a massive sticky there. He got his sandwich in the corner, and he's on Uber now, he has been forced. Eli's all the way in, he's on Haku, can we get the reflects out? Good denial here from Delty. They lose their demo, but Haku is alive, crucially here, and he's got almost a full advantage here.
But Buckets is right above him. He could have just decloaked in it, but Tuya spots him and kills him just before he can. And now it looks like laser beams. The body shot nearly kills him though.
They're opting for this repush right away here with crits. I don't agree with this. I mean, the laser beams have come out and they killed Eli. And they've zoned a lot of people, but the demo is going to be so late to this fight. They actually took the flanks though. Like you know, I stand corrected. They've gotten the flanks on the flank here. It's not too big of an advantage here for Hans, and they're just going to try and forward hold this a little bit. Just try and get some pressure onto Hans. They're opting to back out here because they haven't really got Saturn with them.
They have massively baited Dempsey there, I would say. He was walking forward like, yeah guys, I'm going to forward hold. And then he just finds no friends with them at all, gets air blasted into a corner and dies slowly.
Such is the life of a Highlander scout. But Mad comes in actually and does kill Eli at the end. It's going to slow down the push a lot. Like, Eli and James have really been like just the carries a lot of the time for the side of 50 Shades. But and as I say that, James picks up Delty as well, and they're bleeding players in this fight. But the Uber charge advantage is eking away here very slowly for 50 Shades. Haku's coming out to 100% now, and they don't know. But the spy comes in.
They dropped Unrav, but it doesn't matter. They managed to pick up everyone anyway.
Yeah, that was really good actually. I'm not sure if it was just like fortunate if the spy was coming from China, but exactly as the combo was coming in and Haku was like waiting for him to come around the corner using his pyro to save himself, the spy comes in and just backstabs him. That was a really good play from the spy there, Buckets.
He's been playing quite well, I have to say, in this game.
But because of the spawn advantage that's come out through, because 50 Shades capped the point, the Uber charges are about equal here, and they're actually building on Cliff here, so Haku's going to have, like, you know, a couple % advantage, perhaps. And just playing around Bayer here, looking for some picks around Cliff.
I must say, it's been quite a while since I've seen building in Highlander.
Like, Product's one of those maps where, like, you can rotate your scout and just be in for a while, so Product, if anyone's going to build on a map on Highlander, it's going to be on Product, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose it's the one map really where you can do it. Maybe Gullywash
Oh, it's
as well.
crits, it's crits. It
But
comes
they
out.
lose Daga straight away.
And Dempsey's doing his best with his crit shotgun. Hands goes down to Mad at the end there. Haku's dead as well. But it shouldn't matter too much because they're going to have superior respawns. And if Haku stays crits here, like Hands has got a 12-second respawn. So if Haku comes up crits here, he's going to have an 8-second advantage. That's... Oh, Zodiac! Was that a 4K
The
with
Frontier
revenge
Justice!
crits? Wow. Okay.
Oh my god, the Frontier Justice coming in and spawn there. But
Haku's
James
dead
gets
again!
Haku anyway. Oh, sad times to be a medic, man, in this game.
It's product. It's scary as a medic. Like, it's just... There's jumps and snipers and spies and quit Frontier Justice engineers everywhere. It's scary for you. James is dominating. Dominating James currently, but I'm not sure if they can really get this repush going. They've only really got pick classes in a soldier pick, and Eli's going to try and control everything here.
Getting that pyro pick super important though. They're not going to be
Blaze
able to defuse the aggression, but they're just going to walk into the point anyway. But
Blaze,
Blaze is
that's why I'm
there,
Blaze.
gets backstabbed by Mad.
Yeah, I don't agree with Blaze on revving there. He kind of baited his demo for a little bit. He sort of unrevved and just skipped up onto the top of a cliff there, but he didn't really need to. If he just stayed rev there, he could have killed the pyro a lot earlier and just, helped his team out. But, just unlucky, I guess.
30 seconds
Oh,
left
spy on
on the
Haku.
clock.
He does get found out by Saturn at the end, though.
Saturn looking around. It's a really powerful tool, being able to move.
Turning around is a very good thing to have. Owning a mouse. Eli gets absolutely demolished there. I think that was a crits minigun on the charged body shot. That's going to stop anyone in their tracks walking forward. Look at this post-fight, though. Haku's... Oh, the Wrangler again. Haku is getting demolished by his Wrangler, and the spy's on him as well. Going to try and pistol him down. He's missed 4 shots. Haku's in the dispenser. He gets shanked at the end, though. Oh, that's just so
that's
sad.
Depressing.
Oh,
But there's no one left to cap it, though, so they do actually get that.
Oh, dear.
What a messy post-fight.
That's interesting. Okay.
God, I'd be having serious words in my team if a spy was able to butter knife me to death in a dispenser.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. That was pretty sad.
If he's got time to hit 4 revolver shots and get 2 shanks on you, that's... that's a few angry words in their mumble there.
Coming out again here, double crits once more, but Daga gets taken out by James.
Look at the aggression from the team coming out. This is what you want to do. If you lose your demo right away, or your medic or like a priority class, you just want to walk forwards. You don't want that advantage to turn into something bigger. They killed Hands right away. They've only really lost Saturn. They lost Haku at the end though. Oh, that's sad.
They actually lost Haku as they were walking across the point. BKTS just
they get the cap,
uncloaked on them.
And look at the spawn wave as well. It was quite fortunate in that everyone spawned both mates spawned at the same time.
Haku's not actually healing anyone though. He still hasn't healed someone, and now finally he's starting to heal. And they're building again. Dempsey on cliff. They're going to give up this cap, I think. It's probably the smart thing to do.
Haku's on crits again as well.
Ooh,
Both
did you
medics
get
are on crits actually.
To get the shot on Eli, no demo.
Yeah, the crit advantage is a bit meaningless when you haven't really got a demo. I mean, the time it takes for other classes to cross that ground, like Heavy Pyro, Soldier, that crit advantage is going to get eked out. And they're going to try and walk across here. I don't agree with this positioning though. If they'd have walked forwards a bit earlier, they could have maybe got an advantage from this. But Haku's got a spy on him, and now he's enforcing Spocky. He doesn't want to be here. He wants to be playing inside house here. And now the crits comes out, and yep, the stick comes and kills Haku.
Very nice snipe.
I just don't really think that the spy call is on Hans is back on crits, because if they have crits out on product, you have to play inside house because it's the only real safe place from crits. The spy kind of forced Haku out, but he could have gone back to house. It's just kind of sad that he died there. And
you don't really want to be in that open area if you have that crits disadvantage though. But Mad getting Hans too slow,
and Hans is on a 19-second respawn. That's going to be really painful for. Oh no, they cut the point though. I don't agree with doing that.
I think Dempsey just killed BKTS via telefrag. Okay. Well, that's a thing that happened in this game.
Yep. Telefrags, just quick trivia. It's the only thing apart from pits that can kill an Ubercharge. And saw blades, I guess, but we don't really have those maps in Highlander.
I want a petition for Kotson though.
Yes, I think that'd be really good.
Crit's coming out.
Yeah, Dagger's been crits, but he's found nothing at all. He's spamming inside house here. Oh, they got the teleporter. So, it was not all in vain.
Keypicks.inc. Dispenser took 5, push lost.
But now look at this crits advantage coming out for Hans here. He's got a 6% advantage. They're just going to try and walk through. Two is trying to cause some mayhem in the back lines. It will get forced out.
They're going to walk forward now. Have they found the medic?
The
first crit sticky.
Haku's, oh, this time he's gone all the way out of his pyro. Yeah, Haku's really safe again. And now
They've
tables
actually
are
not done
turned.
anything with it, but they have taken the space, if nothing else. The fear of the crits.
They got all the 8% advantage now, though. Like, the buyer's dead to James. They're going to be really wary of walking through a site now. But the crits comes out early. They're going to try and snipe James, and they do. The crits comes in and gets James. Dagger dead to the sticky trap with Saturn, though. You've got to check that.
Oh god. It's sort of it was a basic enough sticky trap placement as well. Now Haku's going to die to a roller from Eli, or was it just the side effect damage from the pipe hitting mat? I don't know. Either way, medic dies. Cap is still in 50 Shades of Purple's control. It's ticking down. They're going to definitely overtake Stinghan Academy's lead here.
It's a much closer round, though, I've noticed. There's a lot more aggression coming out for Stinghan. There's less fear. And now they're doing the right thing. They're getting the scout, getting cat time on point. They're not tanking him just yet, which is what I prefer to see. They could have got maybe a bit more cat time off that. But their crits has come out through Hands, though. So probably the right play to back out in the end there. But now they've got another advantage here for Haku. Got a 6% advantage.
I like the way they baited that, actually. They walked Haku forward but had Delt in front of him, so that when the crits did come out, Delt was there to defuse them if necessary. I don't think any of them were actually in danger of killing him, but even still, a little bit of server lag. But they're walking forward now with their own crits.
Oh, look, he's on the way with the frontier justice!
And the Zodiac! Zodiac!
Oh, Zodiac. That is play of the game right there. Put that on Twitch experience, I think.
Oh, definitely.
Zodiac absolutely farming. Showing the crit shotgun. It's a pretty good weapon, has 180 damage right there, and that's almost a wipe coming out from Stinghan Academy. Oh, there's definitely some angry gamers in that mumble right now.
Oh man, the punch to top it off as well. Just brilliant stuff. Engineer is useful, folks. Oh, Gaz has snuck around behind them, walking in to help. Aku gets the kill, and now surely this game is over for Stinghan.
This has to be GG like right now. There's no way. Unless, like, I don't know, like, Dagger comes in and gets a 9k with sticks.
Oh, it's surely not happening. Dempsey trying to lead the way forward, getting some cap time, but he's being forced back, taking so much damage, 60 HP. Tuya is going down low as well. They need people on the cap. They're going to walk on. Swear is on it. Now they have Delta as well. But in around the corner comes Blaze. Unwrap coming in as well. Some meat shots in from the corner. Eli is here now as well. They nearly have crits if the aggression continues, but everyone is essentially dead. It's just Bayer and Mad, both of which just spawned, and that is game.
Yeah, that's tragic. That is at the end there. Just to first lose your medic in the demo to a Frontier Justice punch combo and then just get killed by like a pyro just walking behind you in a straight line. That's like one thing as well, like when you're critzing into someone, you really like, they've done this a couple of times when they've walked the heavy forwards with their crits. You really don't want to do that. You want your heavy just to be sitting behind your crits and just like gunning anyone out who tries to flank it. You know, because you've got enough damage if you're using crit stickies. You don't need your heavy there as well.
And as well as that, your heavy then ends up just taking the same damage that is being directed towards your combo, which, you know, isn't going to work in
the case of this, it was him taking sticky traps as well. Are we take a look at the logs here?
Yes, of course.
Okay, right away, we've got Eli. Those crits are definitely showing in the logs. He's gone 32 to 9. He has 526 DPM. Also, he's got the highest KD in the server as well.
Absolutely insane.
Right behind him in damage is Dagger, who had 415 DPM, which is quite respectable, really, considering that he died 12 more times. He's had less protection as well, so that's pretty good from Dagger as well. Bayer actually out-damages James. Wasn't expecting that.
I feel like a lot of the time, I don't know, I wasn't really watching Bayer all that much, but I feel like a lot of the time he just avoided James and was able to take sightlines that James wasn't looking at. And because of that, he was able to get kills pretty much unhindered without the fear of a sniper v sniper that maybe he'd win, maybe he wouldn't. It's hard to know with those sort of things sometimes.
Yeah, it's a style that's really been like sort of pioneered by snipers like Cloudy in the past, where You play in an angle that you kind of force the enemy sniper to take a side against you that's quite disadvantageous for him, and then you just kill his team around him. You know, that's it's quite a passive style of sniper. If you take a lot of heals, and that can really work out, and it did. I mean, the DPM was close, but to have the same as or better damage than the other sniper on the losing team, that's really good. It's really good.
I feel like a lot of the kill-death ratios are brought down, I suppose, for Stinghan because of the first 2 rounds, really, particularly the second round, where just nothing seemed to go well for them. Like, they just, every time they wanted to go forward, they'd just lose someone. They'd lose Hackler, they'd lose people to sticky traps, they'd get body shot, they'd get headshot, they'd be backstabbed. Everything just seemed to go wrong for them. And then they just started to turn it around a bit, I felt, after that, with the aggression that you were calling out that they needed to show.
Yeah, it's good to have that aggression and just to speed the game up a little bit, but I think they lost sight of just slowing the game down after the aggression and just staying with your medic. Just like building that, because like Haku's like seems to be quite vulnerable a lot of the time to just random stuff that's coming in through the flank. So I think it's good to just keep your medic surviving there.
News just in. Keeping your medic alive is good in TF2.
Uber advantage is like, you know, something that the game revolves around. It's pretty good. I know, like, since we got a little bit of time now, I think it's time for the shameless plug. We have got the KritzKast coverage of the Copenhagen Games coming up soon. I believe it's coming up in March, April time. I'm not sure of the exact details. April time, I'm being told by Wiethoofd, so yeah, it's going to be pretty good. I mean, I'm not sure about the sign-ups just yet, but it's always a good LAN every year. Good brackets and such like, so you can stay tuned for that in the coming months. But now we have we got some mid Highlander. Now I want to just pile on CJ a minute actually for being a very big fat liar, because in fact he did say during the Div 2 Grand Finals last week that was the last KritzKast Highlander game of the season. So I think, you know, we just want to ask CJ to stop lying to the viewers here. We have in fact got one more.
Potential viewership, you know. Lots of people are interested to see the up and coming players of the Highlander League in Europe. You know, this is where you're going to see it. You know, the next Cloudies, the next Joe. You know,
yeah,
the big names coming up in the next few seasons.
Just been told right now that CJ's has just been fired as we speak. So,
Oh yes, of course. We do have an award show coming up. Maybe maybe Wiethoofd might be putting something in chat or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we've got the Highlander award show, haven't we?
Wiethoofd why? But of course, we'll be having our usual end of season award show to deal out who's been the good gamers of the Highlander League.
Oh look, we spent so much time talking about the KritzKast schedule that we forgot that the teams are readying up now. Coming up on Upward here, I believe that we already got someone timing out. That's always a good thing. But we've got I don't think they've paused. We haven't had a pause in pre-game, so they're just coming back in the settled time. That's all right. I believe this is Stinghan Academy's pick here, isn't it?
This was indeed, yes.
Yeah, because 50 Shades are the home team, so they get the pick of the first map and the third map because they chose Team A. Yeah. So this will be a fairly standard setup coming out here. They've got essentially the bottom of the cliff. I want to see. Maybe because it's a payload rather than a cough, maybe the passive play style that we've been seeing a little bit out of Stinghan Academy, especially on defense first of all, will maybe come into play. I know a lot of teams like to attack first because that means that they've got a target for defense, but on the converse, a lot of people like to defend first, so that they've got a target for attack. You know, I personally prefer to defend first, really, just so you know how long you have to push on attack.
I would be the same actually. I can see why you'd want to attack first, but I think
just go as fast as possible.
Yeah, it's a lot bigger of a motivator, I think, when you're pushing, knowing that you have that clock ticking against you, and people just tend to make better decisions, or sometimes the worst decisions because of it.
Yeah, actually, interesting. Got Buckets, who's actually running the Dead Ringer and the Revolver here, just like trying to help out his flank here, calling out the bombs.
Slightly unusual. I haven't seen that in a while, to be honest. Most people seem to just run Cloak and Dagger, hide, call stuff out, and look what they can get. Actually, here's the bomb coming out from Dagger onto Playground. Seeing if he can get any damage onto James is unsuccessful with that. The sap is cleared off by Zodiac, and that first little bit of aggression is defended well.
I've actually got Saxon who's running Chocolate Bar. He used the Chocolate Bar, so he's got that 350 health, and he actually won the 1v1 against the Scout because of it. He was down to 18 HP. It's very interesting.
Unlocks are Unlocks are good.
Unlocks are a thing.
Especially unlocks that people seem to forget exist sometimes. Not a lot of people realise that NGs can actually run pistol.
Yeah, it does damage. Oh, the DH is on the gun, and 2 is taking that down right away. So this is a no sentry zone.
Yeah, no, with the direct hit out there. It looks like that they were just... Oh, the static actually gets him down, so there might be a little bit of space now for Zodiac to rebuild this, but Mad is looking to do some destruction.
We're sort of getting into like the time now on the attack where it's getting like it's that time where you start thinking, right, we're taking like 2 minutes to push the first point now. We really want to get into the game here. But they've gotten James, and this should be the cue to walk out right away here. They've got 9 players alive when the Uber's 100%. Just try and take a trade here. Static is like in the top left-hand side here, but they're not really looking at him just yet. But 2 is going to slam him with the DH. Some like 10 HP.
I feel like they were waiting for the James kill more than anything else. They did bomb him at the start. They're going to go in, they're going to clean up that sentry straight away, but the Uber exchange not really working out for them. They're not really getting any players here. They do lose Swears, the first player down. They're losing Saturn and Delta as well. They do kill Gaz for it, but they're not really aware of Unrav to the side. Hack is quite weak, and now Blaze is above the cart, looking to see who they can get done, but the pipes and Daga kill him off. And actually now Unrav onto the medic, beefs the first shot, looking for another one. They're still not killing him. It does get Haku with the pistol at the very end there. They just didn't keep track of him.
Yeah, that's what you really want to just play around your medic on this point, especially. I mean, especially since the sniper's alive. You just want to just try and walk through a tunnel and just go for side tunnel if the sniper's alive. But they just didn't play with their medic. Maybe the team just had different things what they wanted to do on the point, but you really have to look out for a scout, especially when the other team were 4 down as well. Like, you could just bullied your way straight through to get your heals up there. But now they've got an Uber Dissat. The one good thing in Sing Academy's favour is that they 50 Shades haven't taken the high ground just yet. Not sure if they know how big their advantage is, or if they're just trying to play low and try and catch Haku out again. But yeah, they're just sitting on a passive hold here. And Saturn's gone down in side tunnel actually to Unrav. He's on the demo as well. 2 is playing closest demo though, but Eli gets him at the end there. James is dead, but it's quite unfortunate timing. But yeah, Bio's getting killed. He's killed Unrav as well. Static is behind. He's getting pressured by the sniper though. But Unrav, Haku goes down to buckets there at the end.
That's just a tragic one, I've got to say. Like, again, they had the opportunity there to kill buckets before he got that, and as well as that, when Unrav killed him the first time, they had ample opportunity to. Unrav had used his entire scattergun clip and moved on to the pistol, and that's the sort of time where you think, a scout should not be afforded that amount of time. Some good dodging works.
Like they were looking behind anyway as well, because the soldier was behind, so you would have thought that the spy play wouldn't have worked there. And I don't agree with what they just said. They had 2 doing the high bomb, but the heavy wasn't in the window. They had no teammates with them, so the high bomb was kind of useless. But they kind of just the WM1 here, killing the gun. Saturn is he's got the gun. He's got the pyro as well. So this is maybe quite a good push coming out. And look, they just got on the cap. No gun, nothing to shoot the car, and the medic has been forced by Tuya on the DH.
And that Uber's not going to get anything. All they're gonna get with that Uber is the chance to run away, pretty much. They need to be so much further forward here, and they want to be pushing roller coaster, not house, like cart tracks, not house here. They've got this big advantage, but okay, Eli hasn't fought with it. They get away with it this time. But now James is all set up watching this house area here, so it's going to be difficult. Even though they got this advantage, they have to just kill James first or use really early. And Static, does it go into the pit from 2 years? He got shuttled the grip on it by the DH there. Rather painful. Oh, Swear just dies on the cart. That was sad. He won the 1v1 with Gaz, but burns out before he can reach the cart for the heals. And now Mad gets that kill you're talking about. Gets James and gets Sap off.
Saturn as well. He's in this, we call it shit house. It's the one time you're allowed to swear in the stream. He's come out through the house area here, and it's it's really good because if the scout goes down, you can just get your heavy in there for free, and there's pressure, and it's exactly what they're doing. And despite that little hiccup on the first point, just after the cap they just got this aggression going again, and that's exactly what you want. And Umrav's has just been, with his medic here, he's gotten force on the back lines here. They will kill Delty, who I believe did get the force, but they're going to get this cap for free on third, just walking in here. And Static tries to bomb, but will get taken out by the combination of Swear's mini and Saturn's minigun. And Haku, they need to be going so much over forward here. Just walk through lower. You can do it. There's demo up top. He's getting there. You've got lower or top. You can go through either, but the Eli's already trapped up top, so they have to go for lower now. And they're only just rotating people up through lower. They've got this advantage, so maybe it'll just work out for them either way, but they've been spotted really early. And Statics, he's... Buckets gets by her as well. One tap, that's the one dig.
Back, boys. Ambassador is back. They are pushing from lower now.
Oh, they're kiting it so well. They're in window room here, Fish Shades, so they've just completely out-rotated them. And now Saturn might try and catch out Eli here. No, he's not going to walk forward to the demo.
No.
But the cart is really close here. Eli's got to try and walk forward. And yeah, Saturn does catch out Eli after all. I didn't agree with the way they repushed that 50 Shades. They should have just stayed in window room or just like come out through main, because there was only an engineer in main at the time there, and the sniper wasn't even on his respawn yet. So it was a really easy rotate for them. But they've just lost so many players now. Hans has almost got his Uber, so they can probably contest cart for a little bit after this. But they've lost so many players. They're already just respawning. And
I love Zodiac there. He goes down with the Rescue Ranger, leaves the sentry, to hell with it. Goes out with his Rescue Ranger to kill some folks on cart, just to slow them down a bit. You can do some damage with it, it's pretty consistent.
It does roll the damage, it's pretty good. It's like 40 a shot, it's the same amount of damage actually as well, exactly, I think, so it's a pretty good gun.
The Uber got forced actually there from Hans, and now they're going to lose Eli. And oh god, Haku though plays, comes in, mows them down. Oh, this is going to slow them down so much. They had the Uber out as well because of that. And now they're just losing position and losing a little bit of focus and cohesion, I think. There's a Dragon Fury on the field, apparently. Gazzy is on it, I think.
Is he on Dragon's Fury? There he is! He's going for his little flank plays on Dragon's Fury. He's got a bit worse air blast, but he's going for it. He's on dagger right away. He just gets the reflect pipe.
The way you were just saying the air blast is a bit worse. That's what he gets with it.
You know, if you hit your Dragon's Fury shot, you get your air blast faster. So, like, I think, like, just I don't know, maybe the demo kind of forgot. Like, Dagger forgot about the Dragon's Fury. I mean, like, no one's used it in like a year since it got nerfed. So, I don't know. It's an alright gun. It's like, don't knock it.
Posturing here in main, looking to see if they can get the sentry, but then they realise James is still alive, but Mad is on him, and that's a sniper kill, so they can be a little bit more aggressive if they want from main. But it's just such a hard area to push from, especially when the combo is still above you.
On the cart. Oh, you've just been spotted as well. And if they keep doing this and just getting the cart close, it's going to make their Uber trade a lot easier. Eli's dead as well, and the Uber just come in. They're coming up through stairs here. They're just going to slow the heavy though. He's going to have a better Uber. He's peeking the window here. Blaze is almost getting put out of the window, but they decided him. He's going to like gun a Haku down. That was really that was poor from Haku, I've got to say. Like, you know that they're getting a solo heavy Uber. He's the only person up there. They have gotten the frags in the post fight though. Like the only person they lost was Haku, and they killed like 5 people. And they're getting good catch time. Blaze just jumps onto the cart here. No chance for Dempsey there.
He actually got a little bit of an assist from Delt, who air blasted out the window. He's still revved up, he lands on Dempsey's head and just kills him.
Just got your heavy breaking the land speed record over here. It's not what you want to
goes
see.
Fast. Unbelievable. They have lost direction here, they just don't seem to know where they want to push from, or with who, or when.
Yeah,
they do this level 2 sentry in main, but...
They got a good time for the first 3 points. You know, they had 2 points in 4 minutes, 3 points in 5:38, but they've just been staggered here completely. And now they're trying to walk back up top here, 50 Shades. So they've got on very slight advantage. They got James with them as well. I'd like to see Zodiac move a sentry up to cover the cart. Actually, that'd be good. And Sweard tries to find the cart, but sort of gets. There is a level 3 sentry there. You're not going to win that fight. So Dagger's down to Eli's sticky chat once again as well. So yeah, this is, you don't really want to be pushing top when the demo man's alive and equal Ubers either. Like, Dempsey's gonna come in and kill Blaze, and like Haku is just like alone here with Delty. Jimmy Sue's away for lower. I mean, they got they got the force. It's fine. It's fine. We even got that.
I think it was Dempsey and Mad who were up there, and Mad ran away. But I think so much damage is being dealt by the two of them in that narrow area that they just kind of had to use to save people more than anything else.
Well, I guess Dempsey's playing lower. He's well, now we've got the combo lower. Actually, it's exactly what you want to be doing. If you do suicide waves or pushes pretty much anything, you want to go main or lower. And they're just going to try and like walk through here. Got huge damage on the sentry gun actually. I like to see just like the soldier. Yeah, that's like what 2 is doing. He's spamming a sentry gun here. They pop the Uber out onto the cart here, trying to get some damage on this gun. It does go down, and Delta's going to try and run into the spawn. But Kaz is actually on the flog now, so we can't really deny Delty. There's a bomb onto cart here from Static, and Hacker gets a sword, but he does get cleaned up at the end there by Static. Almost won that 1v1. Very unfortunate for him.
There's a good collapse there from 50 Shades of Purple. They avoided most of the damage from that Uber. Oh god, that stab. Jesus.
The scouts are just killing the meds like non-stop here.
Scout is a powerful class, even in Highlander, even with this, even with the constraints of it, I suppose. More than anything else, there's a lot of narrow corners and all that, which don't always play to Scouts.
James here, he's killed Bayo, he's on a 7k. Bayo's currently bottom scoring. I think James has kind of like gotten free reign on his entire map completely. Not gonna lie, he's got another one. He's picked up Saturn as well. This is such an annoying sightline to deal with as well, because you got these boxes and you can see the all of main, all of window, and you can just like turn your mouse slightly and then just see into tiles as well.
Oh, Flog.
Oh, but hey, it does kill him.
Flog coming out here.
Yes.
Isn't gonna get anything though, unfortunate. Well,
we got two. They got two.
But got air blasted away from Delt from the rest of the combo.
Well, it's all right. You got the tilt factor of the Flog. That's what counts.
Exactly. Nothing feels better than crit screams.
Oh, Blaze just see him in the end there. That was scary.
You don't really want your demo dying like this, though. You know, like the Uber's coming up for Hacky there. Dying like that is just going to slow everything down unless they go and push without him. But they're not really going to get anything with that. Delt finds BKT or Buckets or however you want to say it, who's right behind Haku. But now they have to wait for Daga because of him dying like that.
James is dead for the defense here, though. Like, they got no James, so they could feasibly just like push main here and like kill the sentry and then just spam into window. But the Ubers have been traded right away. They're going to like choose the window room push, but the heavy's been dropped. Once again, like the solo heavy Uber onto Blaze here, it's done a lot. But Blaze have been forced out, and Demo's in. He's piped everyone like unwrapped down, and like the meds is on like 20 health. Dagger's on the chase here, and there's no pyro to reflect here. He gets taken out by Bayer as well. That's the one downside of the Flog, really. You can't really reflect things coming into your medic.
And now surely they get this push now, but no, they lose Daga, Eli coming up.
Oh, but Pyro's
just
respawned
James as well.
They got Dempsey on the cut. Blaze has dropped down again from window and kill Haku.
And Eli stops Dempsey, who is on the cart. He's gonna get the kill on Mad as well. It looks Blaze lives.
Yeah, 2 years in though. He's got a lot of kill. Blaze is actually, this is really, really bad for the attackers here. They got Blaze here, but Dagger's dodging every minigun here. Got Saturn's on the cart as well. Everyone's on cart. It's just Blaze alive and they're just LOSing him and they do push the cart in. That was a 8-minute last push. That's not what we want to see. Like once you get past, you know, like 8 or 9 minutes, like double figures on upward, that's when I'm not very impressed with the way the round's gone, you know? But it was a shame because they had such a good time, like going through third, especially since they took like 2.5, 3 minutes to push the first point, really, and then they got the second point in another like minute and 4 minutes exactly, and then it was only another minute and 38 seconds to push third, and like third is the point on this map that I would say it's very easy to get stuck on, but they just pushed through it in 1 minute 38, and then they just took 8 minutes to push last. It's just really sad.
I feel like both third and last have the same inherent issue that if the defending sniper is in, the spot as it is, like in shithouse for on third and in that upper area on fourth, it's so hard to clear them out of there, and that just locks down such a huge portion of the map. And James is going on 7, 8, 9 kill streaks up there. At that point, really before that, you should go, okay, we can't clear him out of here.
Yeah, like, I was expecting some good stuff coming from their last push, especially because, like, as soon as a scout died of Unrav, the heavy Saturn realised that you could just go shit house for free and just like kill everyone that was coming and peeking, and that's why they kept that so quickly, because they had the heavy there and they had the Uber coming in through main as well, and it splits the focus, does a lot of damage, and it gets the sentry and the sniper. But then they just struggle on the last point really hard. But the jetpack's in, doesn't get much done. but Blaze is what? Blaze just come in and killed Dagger with the Tommy Slav. He just gunned him down. Where did he come from?
No demo. They're also weak actually. Saturn's 50 HP on Playground here.
Bayer's down as well. Like no Dagger, no Bayer. This is they want me coming out here right away. The teleporter is not dead yet though, so I don't know.
Yeah, Dagger will be in, but now James
The
is
Pyro's
free
in on
reign.
Playground, he's on Jetpack, he's going to blast the heavy off if nothing else.
He's not actually even going to be cleaned up by Dempsey here. In comes Delt, seeing what he can do, and manages to clean up a few players there. Blaze was so far forward without the rest of his team, looking to see what he can get done there. No respecting this. The Uber pops so late, basically on the capture point already. The reflex coming out from Delt, doing so much, getting them out of the way.
They've lost their energy and they've lost their flank as well.
This sentry has no
Eli's head on for the attackers, but they should be able to just body all the way through. The sentry is alive, but look at the health. I mean, Saturn and Dagger are both half health here. I want to see Blaze trying to take top left here, and just that's exactly what he's going to try and do as well. He's trying to kind of punch Snow, and Mad does get away with his little spy cloak armor there, trying to punch Spy to death. But Blaze is in runs again, trying to get some pressure, and Saturn goes down to the combination of him and Zodiac. Zodiac's just like on Playground here with the Frontier Justice. Unravel's pressuring as well. They're trying to rebuild the sentry.
I don't agree with this at all, to be honest.
No, Ubers are equal. They've gotten some players. Like the only thing is the cart is closed and then James is alive. This could be a win if they just like keep the Pyro on a sentry, like blocking all the spam coming through. They've gotten James as well, so this could be a reset maybe. But Ubers aren't going to be equal.
Like,
this is fine, honestly.
I feel like that was there for 50 Shades of Purple to clear up, really.
Yeah, and that's why I said it was
a little bit fortunate for them to get away with it.
Like, it was a good repush because 50 Shades didn't really, like, this gun has gone down and the Uber's coming through the flank area here. And look, the help on everyone. They got Blaze on Playground as well, just escaping with his life as well. If they have just, like, called that push out, that would have been a really good hold there, I think. They have got Eli again, and this is what we want to do. We want to get Hans and Eli after these fights, and James does as well. They could maybe even, like, just pressure cart again here. And that's exactly what we're going to try and do. Like, I wouldn't really commit to this just because you've lost so many, but they're going to try and commit to this first point, and I just leave it at this point, because this is going to get spy capped. You know, the second is a much better hold than first.
As well as that, you know, James was dead for that period, but no, they lost off the cliff!
Guys, he just yeets Haku off the cliff there, Blast!
Oh no, man. I was going to say, you know, they should have backed off because James was dead.
Yeah, that's exactly why. Oh no. Hold me, Gamma.
This is just so supremely frustrating to watch because, you know, it's clear for me, I think, that there's some comm issues here, that things just aren't being called, as you said. You know, the call of the push coming through flank, like, it should have been called a hell of a lot earlier. Then players are getting dropped during the Uber, and then they try and hold again, and they get punished so hard for that skill point air blast off the cliff.
Yep. Jungle Inferno was a very good update. And Dagger goes down to buckets as well, yeah. The Uber comes in as well, comes in through the through the house area here, but this is awful denied by the Pyro, and the gun has been rescued out of there. But this should be second for free, they've lost so many people. Fire's watching the cart, we've got the scout pressuring, but this will be a good cap here. 9 minutes and 30 seconds left, so they've got they push in about the same time, 4 minutes for the first 2 points. So it's about the same pace of both teams so far, despite Haku getting destroyed by the Pyro there. As Saturn's on the top there, he will pick up Blaze, winning the heavy MGE, and Hans gets body shot by Bayer at the end there. They had advantage anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much, but this is going to get really slowed down, this push here. And I go forward here, Pyro here, honestly, and just like try and take some ground. So your demo's got a really easy respawn, and despite, yeah, that's why. Because if the Cypher play passive like that of your sentry, the Spy's going to come in through shithouse and just kill him. It's just, I think again, it's the comm issues. Right? I mean, the cart isn't even up yet, and there's like barely any pressure on it. Like, Tuya's like holding top really well, but he should be like pressuring cart. He's getting reflected here, and he will get crated, yeah. And now the cart's going to have, like, Saturn's in a lot of trouble here. He's on 8 health, and he can't really get back up there because he hasn't got Tuya with him. They're going to try and push Roller Coaster maybe here with their Uber. Once they get it, at least, but Dagger's down.
They had the full Uber advantage there, and then people were just getting weak, not getting healed, and
pressuring
dying.
As well, and the defense is kind of weak, but it's getting healed up. But honestly, it's fine as long as they keep their Pyro alive. Because you can just reflect everyone off if they try and Uber in, like, through... then the sentry's down for the attackers as well, so there's a little pressure, but the gun is getting spammed really well. Where's your Pyro? Come on, Delcy.
Oh, Tuya on hands gets the kill.
Was that a drop?
It was a drop.
It was. And now, look at this. Eli's trying to come in, but there's no pressure on the cart. Like, there's just Pyro. Gas is behind, the heavy's on the banana area, the Uber does get forced out. But they've gotten the cart up 2 of the hills, and there's no pressure on it currently. Like, Dagger's looking at it, but he's getting pressured by a scout.
Dagger's actually going to die here.
Yeah, he gets killed by Unrav there. This is not what you want us to be doing. Like, Delty was playing so passive there, and it meant that there was so much spam on the sentry and on his demo that they just couldn't get forwards on that ground there, and they just lost 5 players here.
And the point, for that matter.
That's just...
Oh!
That's
so unfortunate.
Eli just... Well, was that an air shot at the end there? I think it might have been.
Kind of, I suppose. Yeah. He was about 2 feet off the ground, but they all count.
He was in the air. So that counts, right?
The logs will count it as one, so that's all that matters, isn't it?
I don't know, I think it's only if you're jumping, like with a rocket. But whatever. It was in the air, I'm going to count it as an air shot.
In our hearts.
Yeah, it was an air shot in our hearts, of course. And right now, like, the cart's coming out through main here. It's got this is like the Uber's gone actually. About to say, like, there was no pressure on the car, but that's why there's an Uber coming in through backstairs. Eli and Blaze are trying to walk in. Yeah, this is good. I like this sentry spot because it covers cart really well, and it was also a lot harder for the spy to kill the NG. Like, the one downside to it is it's somewhat easier to spam, and as it's being spammed like right now by rockets, Swizz dead as well.
He's eating the same spam. He should have been behind the sentry, then he wouldn't have taken that spam. Yeah, but
we've got the pyro. He's trying his very best to just body block the sentry here and just reflect things, but he's ran away from it. I think they've realised that Static isn't really alive yet to spam it, and the NG's coming back up now. He's best ranging his sentry, so it should be safe. But he's got to cross all on his lonesome here. He's found a spy, and he's going to try and DM him with it. He takes the stick for his shovels, and he's actually come back. He's going to come back up there. Gaz is currently waiting behind here. He's going to try and... Oh, this is good. He's just getting damage on the sentry. And yeah,
and now it's been spammed down. That damage, pretty much.
That's the one downside as well, apart from the spam from main, is that you can just do that to the sentry. And it is not called.
You'd think a pyro sitting there should be dying a lot faster than he did.
You'd be surprised how easy it is to get behind there, honestly, with that sentry spot. Like, everyone's all focused on people coming through main or through the stairs there. But a pyro going like underneath you, like, he's not your focus a lot of the time. And the sentry's like, I don't think the flames can reach this sentry. I think he's put it in the optimal position now.
Oh, they get hands. Mad gets the back stab.
Yep, hands is down, and that's again. This is about what we were seeing before, when the attackers can't get a foothold on this last point here. I mean, they've still got this 5 minutes. This is fine, but I know in my experience, when your team set a really good time on attack and you've got a lot of time to push last, and then you don't push last instantly, you start to think, oh well, we got 5 minutes and we spent like 7 minutes on this like last point, and it gets a bit tilting, you know. And once again, they lost Eli and Unrav. 2 years dead for the defenders, but that shouldn't really matter too much for them. And they don't really seem to know how to kill this sentry. I mean, maybe they, like, you know, Gaz and the spam was just like lucky more than coordinated. Snipers are like watching the sentry, seeing what you can get done, and the reflector coming in from the sentry rockets, but they don't really know how to kill the sentry. Like, Eli's in main here trying to spam it, and he gets killed by the spy again. Like, it's not the demo's job to kill the sentry, like, at all, unless you're like actively pushing top. And you're not going to be, because the medic's got the advantage for the attack, for the defenders, sorry. And Haku's sitting quite comfortably here with a dispenser and a sandwich on him. So even if he does get bombed from lower, which is very difficult because of the sentry, he's going to be really safe.
I feel like they're really struggling to reset cleanly from Uber fights. They do get the sentry now, if nothing else. Now they're going to go maybe with an Uber if they can. Looking to see if they can have any advantage. There we go. There goes the
Solo
Uber exchange.
Heavy Uber, though.
It's the same thing.
Solo demo,
as the other round.
Oh, the heavy comes in. He's going to take a flash. And he's going to wrap around and kill. Oh, that's tragic. That's not what we want to be doing as a heavy at the end there. Like, Saturn will die for his shovels, but I'd trade a heavy for like 3 combo members any day of the week.
Hans actually does manage to get out there. It looked like he was going to get gunned down in the corner.
Oh, Unrav. He's killed 2 Year and Dagger. Like, by himself with a pistol.
Scout is a good class. Unrav is a good gamer. He's looking to get up here. That's so cheeky with the sentry still alive.
Like, fall down for the defenders here. No Eli, and Gaz is on the NG. He's getting tanked as best as he can, but he's so weak up there. He's going to go to his team now, and they've lost top. Bayer's actually killing James. He's in boxes. Like, there's various names for it, like boxes, like gay spot, whatever. But he does get forced out of it. And now they're just trying to push this tile area here. And we've got Hands in the exact same corner. This is very scary when there's like rollers in the vicinity, but he's quite safe for now. And the cart's being pushed really close here with like barely any pressure on it. Saturn tries to drop down onto it and gets stabbed, and Haku's down as well to James. And there's 3 minutes left. It's not looking very good. I mean, Hans died as well, but he's going to have a 20 advantage over Haku here.
The Wrangler kill off to the side there. Gaz got stuck on the
Oh, map
doorway, couldn't get
geometry.
in.
Oh, that's
Unfortunate.
always sad. As a heavy main gamer, I know what it feels like to get stuck on the map geometry. It's not a fun experience.
I feel like it was almost like Gaz has been doing a lot of the positive stuff for them actually, this last
Gaz
push.
has been walking forward, and they're putting Blaze and Eli right onto the car here, and Tuya, like, I think, Han's got a saw as well, I think. And he got a saw onto Saturn, he goes into the pit! And he gets headshot by Bayer as well. There's only 4 left alive for the defense. Scrappy fight onto the cart here. Like, Bayer's like, it's Bayer and Buckets, sorry, I'm against.
Oh, now Static. Is there anyone left to kill him? Really mad? With the backstab coming in, but it's Gaz.
Oh dear. It's just
High
Gaz on the cart. Oh, he's in the pit though, he gets spammed out.
Now Blaze is just
Not
going
gonna
as
save
well.
the day, but it's Blaze versus his demo and a sniper. You're not gonna win that fight. But Eli's in. He's got the beam. But 2 years on Eli, he does get the second rocket in. A Hand's
Just
got a saw fight with the engine. He does lose it in the end with the help of the heavy. And Satty's on the cart here. They're just putting players in. They're trying to use their superior respawns just to try and get this cart in through main. And look, the Spy's on it. Then he's on the cart. He does get him in the end, but Gaz is in. He's trying to put everyone in the pit here. He's underneath. He's trying to get as much damage as possible. Blaze is on the cart here, and I think this is where you want to reset as the attackers. This is when you've lost it, you know?
They're still going though. They killed Haku.
There's so much pressure. Haku's dead, Bayer's dead, Delty's dead, Mad's dead. But Saturn's in on the low ground here with his minigun, just like gunning everybody down.
They have
Hans is really weak.
Dempsey.
This has to be GG. Surely it's just
The
Amram on
two
the
shot
cart
from
here.
Dempsey into Eli's back though.
Dempsey, and the saw comes out. Hans has got like 4 saw kills so far today. He's in the pit.
What is going on?
What is this? What is this push? And there's a heavy and a scout on the cart, and everyone just going onto the cart. There's more pits. What is this? Oh, I don't.
What is going on?
I don't understand what this last push is.
Zodiac.
It's just a DM surfer on the last point here. 45 seconds left. It's just the heavy and the demo ones again on the cart. They've bullied everyone out. They've got their respawns, the flankers up, and they're just trying to pressure main here. Camo, what is going on?
I feel like this madness should have ended about a minute ago, but man, you know what? I'm happy for it anyway. What's going on? Gaz is trying to flank in plain sight, does it? Walks into
It's
spawn.
24 seconds left here, and the sentry's being rebuilt. It does go down to Eli. They're just going to like flood cart once again here. See if it will work for the 6th time in a row. They've got the demo's dead. This is the opening. They've got the demo, and Saturn's distracted by the spy, and the soldier's on the sniper as well. But everyone's dying to Delty and Saturn on the cart. Oh my god! What is this? 3 seconds, 2, 1. They've done it, Gamma.
Oh my god.
Haku and friends Stinghan Academy have done it. Somehow they've held on to this cart for 2 minutes of just like overtime pushing over and over. That's only the first round.
Best of 3, of course. Oh my god.
We've just like sat through 27 minutes of upward, and like 3 minutes of it was just that on the cart at the end.
I don't know.
How the hell do they hold that?
As the offensive team, you do have the respawn advantage, but only one of you can take a teleporter at a time, you know? Whereas the defending team spawn is right there. Right there in front of you.
By the time half the team's gotten there, they've already gotten to the cart. Oh
my god.
Like, the call really should have I think they just got a bit overzealous. The call should have gone just to, like, slow it down. Like, just play high ground and spam the people that are in the car. Like, for ages, Bio was getting killed by the soldiers. They could have just taken high ground in the window room and just spammed the heavy out in lower. Even, like, gone to boxes and just, like, shot him with sticks and, like, rockets or something. But they just kept flooding through main, and then just a DM fest on the cart was eventually won by Stinghan Academy. Which is not what I expected, really. Like, I would have expected 50 Shades to win the DM Fest, you know? Just because they were so dominant with DM on product.
And as well as that, you know, you say the call to reset, to just slow down reset, should have happened. They killed Haku like 3 or 4 times in that. That's the time. You've killed their medic. You
killed
have
the
2
medic.
minutes
Like,
left.
they killed him, I think, at like the 2 minute 10 mark, the 140 mark, the 110 mark, the 40-second mark. Like, granted, the 40 seconds you can't really reset, but there were 3 opportunities there when they could have just like said, okay, we've got a massive Uber advantage. Let's just sit outside, like even in like main, build a level 3 sentry, take our engineers somewhere with a buff, put the sentry down, and then just go and take a fight with them because we have like 30 ad, and then we win. We can kill them on the cart, and we have the invisibility gun, and they don't. But that call just seemed to never go out. It was like, oh, well, I know that this is quite possible. My team's done it before, when we've just, like... But I don't think my team's ever lost when we've done that. Not to toot my own team's horns.
Oh.
Like, in my past few seasons, like...
Big gamer.
The call has come out to reset eventually. We don't like get caught in this massive DM fest just like on the cart forever. Because eventually, if you haven't got a sentry or like you're not killing the heavy in the demo in the stairs area here underneath the cart, you will lose that. Just because, as you said, the defender spawn is right there. Sure, they've got respawn lengths of 10 seconds longer, but it takes longer than 10 seconds for the attackers to get to the cart. And the defenders are already set up, like, just right outside there. It's a 5-second walk from their spawn to the spot there. And they just couldn't kill the heavy in the demo afterwards. And, like, again, that's only the first round, and we've already had all this happen. So Stinghan Academy are right back in it after taking a 3-0 loss on product, have taken the first round of Upward by a whisker, really, in the end. But, hey, a win's a win.
Two slow rounds, but honestly, that last round, it didn't feel like it at all. Like, for obvious reasons. Just, man, I need to go breathe somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a DM fest completely on that last point. I think 50 Shades really weren't prepared for the attacking sentry, which like does surprise me. I mean, because as I said, like Eli and James, they've played with me like on like the Spy. James played with me for my UGC Silver team in like season 24, which is like only about a year ago. And my team always played with that sentry. Like all of my teams love that window sentry because it watches all of cart. So you would have thought they'd know how to deal with it, but they just never got any pressure. And Mad was always on Eli, so he tried to spam sentry, and the pusher was getting slowed down over and over. Like the problem with the attacking that when Stinghan was attacking was they just always lost Haku in every post fight. Every time Haku died. It'd be interesting how many deaths he got logs actually afterwards. But this time, the kryptonite for the pushers was Eli dying a lot. And just they failed their repush because they didn't have their demo man with them. And James was losing SVS quite a few of the time because, you know, just wasn't getting the bust because it was with Eli a lot. But Gaz as well, he's like, Gaz has been trying to make some space, but you can only do so much when you're losing a demo every push and you're sniper, you know?
I did feel coming into this map, you know, that for 50 Shades of Purple, knowing that they were probably going to get a payload map put against them, they did ban CP Steel. You know, the other really team fight, team-oriented sort of map. I felt like, of all the payload maps, this was one that they'd probably be happiest with, really. Because you have those sightlines for James to use, you have a lot of Ubers that are demo-focused, there's some scope for your scout to do some work and all that sort of thing. But
I'd just like to
right.
point out quick, actually, though. I was wrong. Haku only died 11 times, Hans died 13 times. And I think that was all from like half of the melee deaths were even like from the last push logs there. But I know they did lose Hans a few times, like walking up through window room. They did lose him, and there was the flanks coming out from Dempsey as well. Dempsey actually got 31 kills that round, and he got 4 med picks as well.
I feel like as well. It was Mad actually. I think got the last kill on Hans just before the madness ensued.
Yeah.
And after that, it just seemed like 50 Shades of Purple went to hell. We're just going to run on them. No respect.
Well, we're readying up once again. Hopefully it won't be another 27 minutes of Upward with TM Fest at the end, but hey, I guess it's not really the best for us to cast, but I think it's more fun for the viewers that way, so, you know, doing it for the viewers, Gamma. Doing it for the viewers.
Indeed. I don't mind, you know, the DM Fest like that, because you can just watch it and just scream, what the hell's going on, over and over again.
Well, yeah, I mean...
It's the slow periods where you're looking at them and you're like, you should be doing this, like, come on.
I mean, when it's a DM Fest, you don't have to really be a good caster, you can just, like, call who's dying and say, I don't know what's going on at all, I'm just an idiot Highlander player, like, every time. Exactly. That's all you have to do. You can just say that every time.
The excuse is ready-made and there for us. Coming out now, I suppose, now 50 Shades of Purple don't have a timer against them quite so much. What would you like them to do better on this push, besides not losing all brain cells?
Well, I mean, keeping a brain together is always a good thing to have on the payload map, but I'd like to see Bayer going down like instantly to James. That's what I want to see. I want to see James like demolishing Bayer, and just that'll really make him walk forwards. Like, that's one thing that they're struggling with, just like playing together in these pushes. And we've got Static on the DH now, he's on sentry gun duty. James opting not to take the stairs side, he's going to try and take the rocks right away. Going to try and watch through the stairs here. Just slowly pressuring up the hill here. Static he's a nice work on the Dempsey, but you can't really see the sentry gun yet.
They're actually detonating Bear down, so he constantly has that flinch. Tia does come in and get James though, so you know, no sniper now for the offensive team for a few seconds.
Yeah, like the one thing with Detonator spam is that you can just go down your shield afterwards, and then you only take one tick of afterburn. You know, but Bayo's killed Gaz now, he's killed Amav on the cart as well, and that's going to be a slow cart for a while. But it is past the corner, so, you know, that's all the cart pushing you can feasibly do on this point. They're waiting for an opening here, actually. They've killed Dempsey, the flank is a bit open here. I'd like to see, because Bayo's just farming here, he's gotten Zoyak again. I'd like to see Blaze try and take top, he's gotten James as well, but I'd like to see Blaze trying to take top right here with his scout here. I mean, like, Mad's, like, waiting on the rock here for an opportunity. But,
he just needs a distraction of some sort, really.
Yeah, they want to see more control of the right-hand side of the map here, and then they've got on the respawn to attack. Essentially, they've gone down to static, actually. That's an opening for them, maybe. And yeah, Eli wants to walk, and Haku's out here. Mad's on Haku. Han, sorry. But Han's going to kill him with no, James gets a nice grip in the end, but Hans gets a cheeky little saw on him in the end. I mean, so now he's got 125 to Uber, right? Right?
Oh yeah, that's clearly how it works.
Yeah,
they've actually got playground control here as well. They've got Gaz and Unrav up there, so they can feasibly push now if they wanted to.
Sam's up here, well, he's full health and like
Haku drops!
Oh, James with the charge body shot, and he body shots the NG as well, swear. And I don't agree with using here. They did, like, 50 Shades they really did not have to use. Like, I mean, I've heard like the free Uber concept a lot, but the thing is, on payload, it's only really a free Uber if you get everyone forwards. But they have lost everyone in the post fight here pretty much. Stinghan have.
Oh, Dempsey!
Yeah, that's why. Like, that's why it's not a free Uber if you're not going forward, because like, one, you're open to the flank, and two, like, even if they like hadn't to push that, it would have been equal in the end anyway. So, like, if they had kept their Uber here, they would have already been through here. And Bayo's on a 7 kill streak right now. He's got Gaz on him, but you all just no scope him in the end there.
It's doing a huge amount of work this map.
This entire hold is just Slave Bayo currently. They just tank him here. We can just watch all of Cliff. There's no sniper for another 5 seconds coming up to Cliff. No telly either. Actually, it's even more delayed. They just need to keep their sniper tanked here.
They've actually not killed the teleporter exit behind them.
Yeah, they should be walking fit. Like, not now because James is up, but they really should have just been taking hill again. Like, they've got a pity advantage. This is what you want to be doing on this map. Now they're super vulnerable to a high bomb.
Stinghan are so passive.
Yeah, look at the sentry is like inside the house.
They're all inside house. There's nobody outside it at all.
The cart's in tunnel, boys. You can walk forwards.
It's only Tuya who's behind them, and he's just sitting, waiting for someone to push the cart.
I don't know if it's like a bait or something. Like, they're going, oh, there's no one here. We can just like go in and then just use back into them. But this is strange, I must say. I'm not sure what they're trying to get done. James is down to James is down to Mad, and he did counter snipe Beta during that. So this is, and now there's no pressure. Like, the entire team's in houses. There's no sniper. Tuya kills the cart though, and now someone's going to go back to. Maybe this is the plan all along. So they can like maybe like take a trade or an Uber ad fight, and now the cart isn't getting moved up, and now they're going to go aggro. This is a very round. But now everyone's pushed onto the cart, so they could re-push here right now. They're all on the cart. Like, I don't really understand what the play here is, but like, yeah, like there's only demo here, and
you found hands in tunnel.
Like, there's one person they're looking for, and Blaze has been killed by it. Like, they were backing out for a second there, but now they're just going to re-push, I reckon. Stinghan.
The sentry was so far back, and they're doing so much work in this passive position. It's like they're almost inviting the pressure on, and then picking people off one by one, which I wouldn't have thought possible on a point as small as this.
Like, especially when like you're, as the defenders, are like in a tiny little choke point with low ground. But apparently, this is just how it's working. Like, it's one way of getting time on seconds. Like, the gun's gone down to Tactics DH, and they're going to try and take window again here. But Hacker's got advantage again. I'm not sure if he knows he's got an advantage, but yeah, like, the pressure's coming out onto Clash. I think he does know. Look, he's coming for. Oh, but he gets stabbed. No advantage anymore for Haku. Buckets gets him, and this should be everyone's has to press W right now on the blue team. Like,
I think so, but again, losing people, bleeding. And
like you see, like James wanted to press W there. James was forward trying to kill Beta, but then it's just the soldier comes in and kills him. They do get the cap, but that's 4 minutes. What? Why? There's no one here. This is the same mistake they really made on the first point, but at least they got frags on the first one. But they've only really gotten like 2 with this Uber.
I feel like Hans is just afraid of Bayer, maybe, and now they've just plus forward into the sightline without any Uber.
And then Gas is down, yeah. And this is why he wanted to use Leap, and not go from house either, because the sniper set up. And Blaze is dead as well. Everyone's just feeding. But what is going on? He's down to Buckets' consolation frag in the end there, but
Two's just walking forward.
He's got on hands again.
He walked into the second point for free.
That's what, the 4th time this round alone.
Oh, I don't understand that at all.
Like,
How can you get away with that?
especially a player like as good as Tuyo. Like Tuyo, he's played Prem, as heavy, but he's played Prem. He's played Div 2 Soldier in 6s. You know, he's a pretty good gamer. You want to look out for him behind you, especially when it's only him. Just have your Pyro just like play like up your medic's butthole and just try and kill Tuyo. That's all you can really do here.
I feel like a lot of the time, though, you know, Hans' protectors are dying, and then instead of finding someone else, he's just kind of running away. And
Into
because of
Tuyo,
that,
because he's so...
into Tuyo, exactly.
Like, you've got a passive team behind you, and like a soldier who, by your team's perspective, is really passive into you, you know? It's just... It's annoying to deal with, if nothing else. And it's getting the frags, it's working. And the Contra Nuba comes out, this is a lethal combo if it works well. The speed boost coming out from the Contra, Eli's kind of caught, he's on 7 health in under. Blaze is dead, and they traded heavies here. But Gasm is a bit caught here with Zodiac. But he does get away. So now it's 100% advantage here for Hans. Like, he's gotten out all the way, and there's no Tuyo behind to kill him this time. Does get killed by Unrav.
They've managed to save James as well. He went really weak. The spy on Hans, he's been called though. Hans has nobody with him. What's he doing really? He's only there with a soldier. He's walking forward into his sightline himself. Man,
how does that happen? How does that happen? Like, the heavy just Fist of Seals through the door and just gets stabbed. How, like, you got a mate looking at the spy and he just walks into, like, the Uber comes out and he's getting denied. He's looking for the medic here. Oh, he's air blasted the medic and demo into his team. That's
oh my god.
Yeah, Del, if you're watching the VOD, you want to air blast a demo, mate. Because if you air blast a medic, he can still keep his demo reboot, and then the medic doesn't really care if he died because you've got your gamers in there on the fight. But yeah, and now because of that, the cart's come out from really far. They've got no sniper watching it. It's just Dempsey and Dagger here on the cart. They're trying to do their best to just contest it. Delt's coming in. He's gotten players. He's gotten James Buckets and Gazzy. They've been killed.
They did actually manage to kill Hans at the end of that Uber though.
Did they really? Oh, and the other Hacker's got like 50 ad now. It's pretty strong. Somehow
they managed to make that work. I don't really know how.
Yeah, like maybe he just got stuck in like house or something, or just I don't know what happened there, but he died, so that's what counts. But he's gone down. This is not what we want to see on this point. The Uber shouldn't come in for a while, but this is free. This is a lot of free ground here. Even though they have ad, they've lost their pyro and their soldier, so that's top for free, and that's main free, and Baku's dead. Okay, now you hold W team. Now it's definitely free. But there's
they're all
pipes
sitting
going
on the cart and taking the same damage.
It's only 2 of them. It'll be all right. Like there's pressuring here. But look, Eli's in. They have 100% Uber charge. They're coming in on they drop their pyro here, but that's not too much. That's fine. And look at the frags coming out here. There's 4 down for Stinghan Academy here. They're trying to like take top here. They already are in top, but they haven't even used Uber for this point. And that's what I wanted to do on the first point really, and on the second point actually. While they capped it, they got 100%. Go for lower team. Come on, you can do it.
I was going to say, you know, they
bad.
did manage to hold on to the Uber this time, but no, they shouldn't be walking in here.
Yeah,
right.
This advantage is going away, like percentage. And 2 is in on the medic. He does force him as well, and this is why you want to go lower every time, because like it's a flank route. There's no real trap opportunities for the demo man. He's got to go so far to kill you, and the pyro can't really air blast you because he's on top. And now Haku, right now he's got 50% advantage just because they were in the wrong part of the map. Like if you have advantage in this situation, you just want to be walking forwards as far as you possibly can.
And not just sitting in a choke point waiting to be spammed or jumped, essentially.
Another misplay coming out there as well, by 50 Shades. The Conjure's in for a main here as well, trying to find James.
Good attempt to save the sentry there. He picks it up just as it's about to take the last rocket, but because he picks it up, he's inside of the sniper and gets shot.
Oh, that's really unfortunate. That is. Oh, but the cart's in as well. It's almost in the pit. Like Blaze and Unrav are just on the cart here. They lose Eli, so they decide to just get some cap time. That's smart. And look, Dagger's been zoned out here. He's on the low ground on cart. Surely dying here. Yes, he does die in the end. And they're 4 down now. No heavy, no demo. Like, no NG either for the defensive side, and they've lost their pyro as well. And Haku's did that drop.
How do you drop there?
Yeah,
I don't understand.
He dropped like Haku just like dropped all of his gamers and dropped himself, and this is surely a last push here. Oh, it's back right at the end of this team now. Like, it's super left alive.
Oh, Dagger did despawn though.
As I say that though, the respawn has come in, and there's only like 3 people in main, so we might see like 20 minutes of this scrappy fight now. You never know.
Spike up.
Oh,
Eventually,
spike.
they're not looking at him.
Buckets, come on.
He's still last.
See, this is why you want your pyro on detonator so we can do the hero play. But that's alright.
Last second. This game is never going to end.
That was 2 wheels off of the end there as well. That was really scary. But look, we got Saturn. He's in his spot again. He's in his spot. So this is going to be a very long last point. I can already feel it. And then the team's back on top.
They were so close that time as well. That's the thing, you know. Just
actually on quick fix actually.
They're literally just getting ready to.
Thing is, a quick fixes. It's obviously because it isn't even a real Uber charge. So as soon as you have to go into them. Like now, they should be going into them right now because they haven't got the Uber charge yet. And that's exactly what they're doing. They dropped their scout. That's fine. They got their conch in, and this is really good if they can get not to you. He is to you actually. Sorry, he's on Hans. Hans takes 100 damage, but he has got the Uber charge, and that's tragic. Haku gets killed by Blaze's minigun. Unfortunately, the quick fix is not invincibility. It only heals you for 130 a second or something. Or
it's not invincibility though.
The heavy will just gun you down there. And the sentry is doing its best, and we got the pyro on it as well, but it takes just too much spam, and James will snipe it. You can't fetch a sniper rifle, sadly.
They're all sitting on the cart though. I don't agree with this at all. They're taking the same spam again.
They've used the Uber. Saturn's dead, and Dagger's dead as well. Surely this is a win. Surely they've gotten so many kills
here. To kill the pyro. Oh, he manages to get the reflect kill.
It's level 1, but it's wrangled and it's killing things.
Mad's on the spawn. He's missed the
on the cart. Oh no, it's on the cart, and it's Dempsey, and Dempsey's killing everyone though.
Oh my god,
Haku dies again. Oh no, we've got James in the window again.
And the spawns come in. The
respawn way is in. I got PTSD from last round. Please not again.
Okay, this time they've calmed it.
Yeah, this time there's a spy on the demo heavy, but he will get caught out. Okay, they're not walking through main this time. The reset call has come in. They killed Haku. They've got 25 advantage. All they got to do now is they can even build feasibly. I mean, scout and upward last. What else are they going to be doing apart from building and pushing the cart? You know.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that they've slowed it down, saying that they're all gathering in main now.
Yeah, they're getting ready for the scrappy fight, I think.
Oh, they're looking to spam whatever they can through here. They have got Blaze upper and Eli as well. Just so
I try and get James in window here and try and snipe his heavy. Honestly, yeah, he gets killed by Bayer as well. He's all alone.
No heals.
No buff. We got Mad in. Have they seen Mad? They haven't. He's on. He gets 2 butter knives off, and the pyro's in as well. But Hans does survive.
Honestly, if a spy is that close to you as a medic, do you really pull out the crossbow?
Well, I don't know.
I don't know. Apparently, somebody gets the kill. You might should.
I mean, 41 damage, 65 damage. It's all the same thing, right?
Sort of, I suppose. The end result is the same. Spy dead.
Oh, the Uber comes in as well, though. And the spy finds a heavy. Actually, he didn't get flashed too well. He's on Dead Ringer as well. Interesting. This is one of those points where Dead Ringer is so good actually as spy, and that's exactly what you want to do. Once you get the Uber in, you take your soldier and you jump the high ground. There's nothing to just can't anymore. They've lost the demo heavy and sentry, and no scrappy fight this time. But it's actually, I think this is longer. 13. I think the previous push was like 13:28. This is 13:41. So
it took them longer to push the second point, I suppose.
It's a longer round as well. Like both these teams are really struggling with the last point. If they just done that early, like gotten the sentry, they would have won that like really easily. Because that's the first organised last push that I've seen all day.
They also could have still lost that. The defending team, I think they had Dempsey and they had Mad on the cart. Now Mad died at the last second. But Dempsey, you know how it is when you're playing Scout. You're constantly mashing movement buttons. He just mashed S at the wrong time. And because of that... No, it wasn't even that. Because of that, he was no longer blocking the card. And the card was able to go in. Everyone was so weak on the card as well. He probably would have been able to clear them all up. But, you know, that's just an unfortunate thing from his perspective, really. He had saved the card from being pushed in so many times prior to that. There's no shame in that at all.
I'd be happy if I was single canopy though this time. Like, granted you took long as well, but then so did the enemy team, so it's fine. Like, they took longer than you did. This is their pick as well, so maybe they're a bit more confident on this defense.
Perhaps. I think there's going to be another jetpack coming out from Delta. Didn't work very well for him last time around.
It's always good.
But it's always nice to see.
No scouts. The right side is very free.
Dagger goes for the bottom and arrives with like 20 HP. That's not the ideal situation. Delt using his jetpack to get to the respawn cabinet quickly.
I'd like to see like a base jumper coming out from the far right side here from Dagger and just like sticking it off the sentry gun or something. I'd like to see that because like Playground has been like really well defended by the heavy, but you can't really shoot the base jumper demo. They've lost their pyro actually.
There's a bit more scope for them now to try and pressure this Playground area.
I mean, the trade always favours them here because there's no pyro, but they've lost all their gamers and the teleporter's still alive. Oh, it's actually...
Telt just doesn't know where Buckets is, but he's missing all of the guns.
The teleporter's actually 1 health down there, though. That's really scary. And Bayer is just farming here. He's killed the spy, he's killed the scout, got 3 dominations, top scoring for his team. Here's another headshot, I think, onto the Eli there. And, yeah, now just going to try and walk up through main here with the super. They've used.
They got this
Eli's almost caught there, he was so weak. Let's get a flash, but look, they've just lost 4 people before that fight. Blaze is on 40 health, so he's going to try and eat a sandwich. Just W this, like, into the corner, and then you win this fight instantly. Eli's dead to Mad as well, this is really strong from 50 Shades here. No, sorry, Stinghan Academy. The back burner into Hammer.
Oh god, that's unfortunate.
Channeling his inner McLean there. There's only 4 people left alive as well.
That was much better from Stinghan.
And 2 years in already killing the sentry gun. Yeah, I think Stinghan have found their feet here on Upward.
I feel like they could have even executed that better because they didn't have anyone on Playground during that Uber push. They could have won it maybe a little bit faster if they had, but you know, that's just nitpicking really for me. Pyro's in, unspotted, in onto the medic. Hackney took so much damage. But
he's going to get a Sani though from Saturn, and they're going to try and push the window area here. And Saturn's got the sentry gun, and Blaze doesn't realise that Heavy's above him. He always gets caught out there. Saturn's just in the window. This is really good. Their demos through main. This is a clinical second push here on the passive hold. This is really good. They're getting in. They killed Hans. They killed Eli. The NG's gotten out, but he's getting chased by the pyro, and he's getting backburner down. That's the one thing you don't want to do against a backburner is turn around to it. And this might even be further free. Unravs in, but he gets cleaned up by Saturn. If there's 3 people alive for his for the third defense. And here, you want to get your demo watching drop down here. Just get Heavy into the other way with your soldier or something, and just like try and watch this. This is exactly what they're doing here. They're going to watch the people up in window room and just get them sticking out drop down. And Blaze gets reflected as well. The fat man down by the reflect rocket there.
Oh, Dagger went into spawn actually to try and stop the sentry being built, I think. But he actually dies himself because
got a nice little exchange with Saturn and Zodiac here on drop down. He got like Zodiac was like a little wrench out here, like he knows there's like a red heavy underneath him. But 2 years in, he's going to try and one shot the NG.
Gets the sentry if nothing else.
He's got gamers with him now. He's fine. He's out. But Bayer's down to James, and this is maybe an opening for James to just like get tanked here and shoot through the window. But no, he's going to go passive.
Again. He's in the sentry spot.
Yeah, and this is actually a 3 minute 30 seconds for 25 really for both points. This is really strong coming out here from Stinghan Academy.
Good play all around. Much more decisive than they were the last time they pushed.
Del's on a 9k with the back burner.
And he's just walking up there.
He's walking in. WM wanting the medic, and the Hans doesn't have backburns him. They're in under now with the heavy, and he's going to try and backburn the pyro. He will. He's on an 11 kill streak. So, I think maybe he's. Maybe he's channeling his inner McLean. You know, he's taken his little mentoring session from him, walking forward with the back burner, getting all the kills. I mean, he's doing what Gaz did really, just he's getting heals, so he's doing it better. And there's only 2 left alive coming out here for the defensive team of 50 Shades here. Eli bombs the car, he'll only get the engine though, he will get put into the pit by Saturn. And they're getting so many kills here as well. There's a respawn wave coming in. But there's so many on the car here, there's nothing that can spam it.
Yeah, they've got it this time.
Yeah, and that will be second map. In the end, it was in fact 2-0 going to Stinghan Academy. Like, I was really looking forward to another 30-minute round of Upward, but we've only had 3 so far today, not the full 4. And wow, what an attack coming out there from Stinghan Academy.
I mean, that was probably about 4.5 minutes, I think. Maybe 4:50.
I think it was like 4, honestly. Like, that was nothing.
Crazy fast.
That was... What Stinghan did there is exactly what 50 Shades should have done on their attack in the previous rounds. Just don't let them have any hold on any point. Just keep the momentum going. You have the Uber advantage. Just get the kills and walk in. Like, it's fine to like use the Uber if you get all the players dead, which is what they did on the first point. It's fine to do that and just get everyone off of the map into the respawn queue for a while and just walk forwards. If your team is struggling to get any payload setups and no momentum either, then you're just going to lose. It was the exact same thing on last. I think they should have just cut the losses. Really, 50 Shades should have done, just like gone up top on last. Like they've lost everyone pretty much. Only the sniper up on the third point. Just cut your losses and go last. But the thing is, they didn't really watch the drop down either. So that enabled 2 to come up really early and just kill the NG.
And without that proper setup, having Dispenser maybe level 2 sentry by the time they would have pushed in, it just makes everything so much harder for the defense as a result. We have combined logs now, I think, possibly.
Yep, we do.
Let's have a look at these bad boys. Oh man, Bayer slammed.
Yeah, 64 kills. The closest person to him there was Tuya, getting his fat 420 DPM. Tuya was, though, so props to him. Like, you don't normally expect your soldier to be getting the second highest DPM on upward, but hey, it's Tuya, it's fine.
He did some, particularly there when, I think it was when 50 Shades were trying to push, and he was just behind them all the time. And he got so much work done. You really need to clean up flankers like that.
James is really struggling. He's got 10 more deaths than Bayer. He's on his Bayer, you got 64 franks, 27 deaths, and James is on 34 to 37. And I think a lot of that is just the fact that his team isn't protecting him, really. Because if you look at the headshots, he's only hit 5 less headshots than Bayer, despite being alive for such a short amount of time. So I think it's just his team aren't letting him get the franks a lot of the time. It's just sad for him.
The converse of that, I suppose, is that Bayer was better protected, better utilized, I suppose, by his team in general. And particularly, with how Stinghan were looking to push, the emphasis really seemed to be on killing James every single time. And when a team is focusing you that hard, a sniper, when it's relatively easy to kill a sniper in a lot of these points, I think that's reflected in his death count.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to be protecting Bayer as opposed to their demo. Dagger's he's got a terrible KD. He's going 12 to 21 really, but he's gotten the damage done. So I think a lot of this is just Dagger does 1 million damage, and then Bayer just follows up with his heavy. Both heavies going pretty poorly in their KD departments, but it's upward heavy. It happens a lot. I think
you're there to soak damage, pretty much.
Yeah, it's just the soldiers, the snipers, the pyros have just been doing a lot of the work. Actually, I noticed there. I'm not sure if the logs aren't really the best, but I'm on the wrong log. I tapped out. I am my mistake. That's fine.
Oh, no.
But I know that Delt there really padded his stats at the end there with his 12k with the back burner.
Oh, definitely.
Because he's going 39 to 26. And 12 of those are just from that last 2 minutes there of the back burner.
I don't know, I feel like he had a few really hairy moments in particular on the first round.
Just the reflex were not coming out.
A few reflex missing buckets, But then, you can have rounds like that where you just get tanked and you can just go to hell. I'm just going to walk at them.
Yeah, it works.
Definitely worked.
Walking forward as Pyro, you do quite a bit of damage, and everyone seems to be turning around whenever they see him as well. So they're backburnering him. It's just sad.
I suppose your inner instinct when you see a Pyro is, okay, I'm not fighting this guy close range, I'm going to walk away. But then the flames reach you and you get critted.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's sad. Kaz actually has got 52 deaths. He's got the most deaths on the server, along with his spy as well. So you can tell how much he's been walking forward.
It worked for him though.
It did. He's only gotten 1 less kill than the enemy team Pyro, and he's been getting all the assists as well. He's getting loads of damage done as well. So I think that was really what was helping his team on the defense. But we're going to go over to Gullywash now, actually, which is another one of 50 Shades map picks. So maybe we won't see just quite as much chaos. I think the worst thing we can really see on Gullywash is a crits through big door, or a spy back cap, really. It's a much slower map, really, a lot of the time.
In general, it is, but I mean, then you take into account the Sixers experience as a whole that 50 Shades have as a team,
Yeah, that's why they picked it, I think, because Eli and Unrav, they slam on this map just all the time. I know James is a big fan of Gullywash as well on Sniper. So, despite that, loss on Upward, I think that we're feeling quite confident. They'll just say, you know what, we've played their map, we've lost their map. Let's go and play our map now.
I would say as well, I was looking at the logs there, and Daga actually nearly broke 500 DPM there, even though Eli got more kills, he out-damaged him. And, again, that's just a map that maybe they're less familiar with, I suppose, than Stinghan were. But now this is their home, I suppose. You wouldn't pick this as your deciding map unless you were pretty confident about it.
I just want to counter there that Tuya is on the enemy team, and he was doing some crazy stuff as Soldier, just even on upward. And Tuya also does play sixes, even though he's a heavy main in Premiership. Normally, he's a very talented Soldier. And Gullywash, I have played with Tuya on Gullywash, and I kind of got carried by him. I'm not going to lie. Tuya is very good as the Soldier class on Gullywash, so. I think it'll just be a battle of the flanks a lot of the time. I think Unrav's got the flank battle over Dempsey, but not if he's got Tuya with him.
I have to admit, fully straight up here, I thought Unrav would probably take Dempsey to the cleaners in this game. I really thought he would really.
It's been fairly even, honestly.
But it has been quite even. Dempsey's done a huge amount of work, particularly on defense on that upward last. He just seemed to clutch it so many times.
Yeah, especially when you've got the right aggression at the right time. Especially when you've got Tuya as well, just demolishing everyone. You can just play on your own and just kill people that aren't the flank a lot of the time. He's barely really been taking any 1v1s against Unrav the entire game. He's been killing everybody else.
And to be honest, it's a valid way of playing, especially when you can afford to take the heals and play with the combo a bit more because of what Tuya is doing on the flank, as you said. And adding a scout to your Uber pushes is obviously always going to make things better for you.
Yeah, they've got the cons, they've got the scouts, so they've got the speed boost all around with their Uber chargers just coming in. And it's been really lethal actually a lot of the time. They've just been taking so much ground so quickly. Is this? Have they changed heavies? Is Hugo playing heavy now?
It looks like it.
Yeah, I believe that Blaze has been subbed out. He was murking. I think it's because they didn't have Hugo for a while there. So they got Hugo playing heavy for them on Gullywash, who is also a Sixers player, so maybe they just want a little bit more Sixers brains on the team, for the Gullywash
Hugo
map.
6-6 God, actually.
Yeah, well...
the full current title, I suppose.
Well, we can't get the names wrong in this cast.
No, not at all.
Right,
but apparently I've been pronouncing Stinghan's engineer name wrong entirely.
Yeah.
Sphere, I don't know.
Sphere, it's, okay.
We've been saying
Old
it wrong,
Norse.
I think, apparently.
Okay. Sphere, okay, that's fine. So, we're all about our production value here, so thanks for pointing that one out, gamers.
We need to enlighten ourselves.
Yeah, we can't be getting names wrong in the current year. They could just use normal aliases, but that'd be too easy.
They can't anymore. New ETF2L rule.
Oh, it's only a minor warning though. It's only in sixes. So. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we've also but we do have Highlander and sixes coming up on KritzKast for you shortly. Over in April, we do have the Copenhagen Games coming up. Some KritzKast will be running full coverage of that. I'd imagine I'll be there as well. Not at the LAN, because I've got no money. But I'll be here, probably covering a lot of that Highlander side of things. So look forward to that over in April.
I sadly won't be. I'm going to miss you all. I'd love to be there. Fortunately, I can't this year.
It's alright, Gabby. you could be on casting duty.
Wiethoofd has emphatically said that he will be there.
Oh,
he will most definitely be there at Copenhagen. And if anyone ever so much as disturbs him from his godly duties behind the camera, you will feel the wrath of the Wiethoofd.
The angered Dutchman.
On the name thing, actually, I've just been informed by sources that Buckets is actually just BK.
He's just BK, okay.
Apparently.
Well, why is he called Buckets then?
I don't know, but people do strange things with their names.
Okay, well, we'll call you BK, but your name still says Buckets, mate.
That is fair. Names. Well, I suppose now we've seen ridiculously long times of upward action. We've seen King of the Hill. It's time for some predictions as we go live. Who do you think's going to win?
I think it's going to be Golden Cap to 50 Shades. I don't know, maybe 3-2 50 Shades, but I think it's going to be really close.
I personally don't think it'll be so high scoring, but I do think 50 Shades will win.
First frag, goes down to Bayer. We got big bombing coming in here from these Soldier of Static there. Doesn't really get too much done. But now we see 50 Shades here, got such much better positioning across the point here. They're just walking into. But oh, they've lost hands right away. Two with the high bomb.
Perfectly timed. No one is looking at him. But now, Gazi, he's just walking across the point using the distraction, burning people down. The afterburn.
Oh, the spy comes in at the end.
They do equalise the Ubers here, but that is a mid-fight win.
Oh, but Static's in. He's on the heavy, but he does get taken down. Sam was so low there. Got one more rocket launcher, that would have been a frag, but...
And look at
the ground. Like, there's a slight, it's like a 25 advantage here for Hands, but like they're already trying to walk into the lobby here. But there's no cap time for them yet.
There's no one really here, I suppose. It's just really Unrav, or Dempsey rather.
Yeah, the one trying is like... I think they're a bit scared of this advantage that Hands has now. So Stinghan kind of just opting to hold choke.
Looks like it. I feel like a few of their spawners just didn't get there in time as well. A few of the slower classes just weren't ready for it.
They've gotten right away. They've gotten 2 kills. They've gotten BK and they've gotten the Pyro. Hugo's gotten the Pyro at the end there, but he's just gotten a lot of people out.
Eli's only just respawned as well.
Ooh.
You would think that they should really... there's respecting and then there's, just killing people who are clearly disrespecting you at the same time, Not having a demo at that choke until the last 5 seconds. There is scope for you to just walk through there.
Yeah, just get your Pyro and Heavy to their overheals and just kill the Heavy. But, yeah, maybe a bit too much respect. They know it's their map pick, so they're a bit wary of any push at this point.
Spy plays shut down by Unrav.
Oh, Bayer wins the SBS, gets James.
There it is. I think that's what they were waiting for, maybe.
James does like to play choke as well. That's quite a common thing for him.
I feel like 50 Shades don't really want to be the aggressors in this situation.
No, I can respect that. I mean, it's just they have to push into you, don't they? Like you're defending the point, so and Saturn's almost getting dropped here. They got a much better Uber on the sides of 50 Shades here, and I think that's what they're waiting for. They're waiting for the trade. Saturn's going down to the BK butter knife, so everyone's going to try and walk through choke here, see what they can do. BK catches a pipe on his way through drop down though.
Just about survives.
That's his spy armor once again. He's at 90 health, takes an 80 damage pipe. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good thing for spies to have. I'm not salty about it whatsoever.
Definitely not.
No.
Damage reduction is fair and balanced.
Yes.
It looks like they're switching heals over to Big Door here.
Yeah, I like this.
They can use on Rav.
It's equal Ubers. You want to try and get some frags over here? And Mad's actually in. He's on James. He's actually gotten the James frag as well. And
they really are focusing him.
And now Big Door is really good because you can get your sniper and just getting some shots in. But they're choosing just to rotate their combo to choke on a sniper with the flanking Big Door. I'm not sure about this because there's nothing being Big Door anymore currently. Just rotate choke with your sniper and try and kill Eli.
Spy on the medic gets picked up by Gaz. Just happened to be facing the correct direction.
Bayer's down though to BK. The sniper advantage now once James comes in for 50 Shades. They've lost Unrav though, so Big Door's going to be a little bit open for them. They've taken the heals over to try and get some presence there, but it's a Wrangle mini sentry inside. The flare gun can't really do much against that thing.
Not particularly. You can try and reflect the rockets that are being spammed at you.
Yeah, that's exactly what you did. Yeah, there you go. Then James just about got through his life there, got spammed quite a bit, but he didn't choke again. And 50 Shades, they're just comfortable just to sit and wait for the other team to walk into them, I think. There's no reason for them really to push yet. It's just equal Ubers, so they're just waiting for an opportunity.
Again, the classic Gullywash Highlander stalemate, pretty much a choke here.
Yeah,
looking to see what they can get.
We had 30-minute rounds of upward, and now we're going to have 25 minutes of Gullywash stalemates.
Pretty much.
Oh no.
Gonna be here for a while. A reminder, of course, that whoever does win this Gullywash game, which is 5 win difference or 30
win difference 5 or
win difference 5 or 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Whoever wins this wins the game, wins the mid championship, gets to say they are the best of the middling.
I'm not going to say it though. James loses the SVS to Bayer though.
Bayer is really doing some good work here, and again, as you say, James not getting the buffs they need.
They're going to rotate their heals Big Door now, which is... I don't like this, because the sniper's in Big Door now, and they've used in through choke actually, seeing kind of have. They've gotten the pick classes, but they've dropped their Pyro, again, it's a way better Uber, and Haku's caught out there, and so is Saturn, and that's an absolutely disastrous push coming out there.
Unrav just joined it at the exact right time there, being able to clean up the picks at the last flash of that Uber. There is a mini sentry there that they're going to have to clear, but once they get it, they're going to get mid, and they probably should start thinking about pushing forward.
Yeah, they already should be on second here. They shouldn't be snacking at this point. Like, the
There's
forward
a
spawn.
massive forward spawn wave.
It doesn't really matter though, because it's Highlander. Like 7 out of the 9 classes can't really dodge you, so you can just like jump forwards and trap the spawn. Like they could have been so much faster then.
They are getting in, but they haven't. They've just now seen that Delta's above them. Probably using the detonator to jump up there with this back burner. That could have been really dangerous.
It's fine. They're 6 players. They know about the hiding spots. Now we've got James on the point here, just trying to watch top here, and they have bowed him out off the river, but Bayer is peeking through. I don't think they spotted him yet. No, he backs out for river, and that is second for free. And again, they got a nice big fat 40% advantage. They're trying to push through last. They should really just go main here. This is exactly what they're going to try and do. They're going main with their heavy and their demo and their scout here all the way through. The Haku is so caught out here. The Unrav gets Gullywash on the end there. They're playing the point though, and the collapse comes in, but the heavy is in water. Hugo's in secret here, and I don't really agree with this. He should have been pretty committed earlier. And now the Uber comes out. They gave Haku a chance to get the Uber on the end there. They were just a little bit slow with the point play.
Especially with the Uber coming that close.
I know
they should have went back for him.
They couldn't have really waited for the heavy and pyro to go into water because it was such a it was only 30% advantage. But really, they should have just gone to the point so much sooner there. They just got cleaned up by the people in water instantly. Unrav, I think, was a bit quite out there. He didn't really get the flash that he wanted, and he got double piped when he was on the medic. But that's quite unfortunate, really. See how they try and repush here.
They have retaken Big Door, and they can afford to just kind of sit here for a while. Until that happens. Mad drops in hands, gets the medic kill. Now that Uber advantage is going to be even mightier for Haku.
The thing is with Gullywash though, is because of this passive hold outside Big Door that's been developed, it's such a difficult, especially in Highlander, it's such a difficult point to push out of as a defending team. You want the Uber and you want to try and wipe them with your Uber, just because there's so many people that can backcap. And right now it's only level 1 sentry and the heavy on the point here. I don't agree with this. I think they should be leaving just their NG on the point, or just the heavy, because now they've got unless Dagger just farms everybody, but the Pyro's on him now. And this is exactly why you want a heavy with you in these Ubers, because you can just get blasted back. Or just take your scout with you,
the double
BK
stab from
gets
BK.
2k, gets Bayer and Dagger, and 2 gets reflected by Gazzy as well, so that's...
They're not even going to finish this, I don't think.
No. They have to go back to last year, and this could be disastrous here. They've got no sniper looking through, and they've lost their pyro as well, and they're just going to walk through main again with the Uber advantage that they got. They've got no pick classes right now. They've got no Uber charge. Hands out.
I was going to say.
Shot. Yeah, he just got the respawn late there.
The last Uber that they used as well through main, they really disrespected Bayer, who just happened to lose the sniper fight to James at the last second. This time around, they paid for it.
Yeah, I didn't even see Bayer on the respawn there. That was really good. Just charged the body shot through main, and because they know they're going to push main again, because that's what they did before. So yeah, that was really good. There'll be another reset here actually. Good reflects coming out from Delta, but he does get taken out by Kong Strong Gaz. So
to be precise, the full name. Oh dear, Dempsey's going to get murderized. A bit too far forward there. And they're actually coming the full way up through river here. Good pipes from Daga to kill Static. They're taking this high
I like
ground
this.
here.
They got the advantage. Is good if they can just wrap around here through Big Door and just try and get some spam. I want to try and see Bayer just the spy isn't around to backcap. Really, he's on the second point. So maybe just get Bayer all the way up to the top of the site onto Big Door. But the spy's on him. He gets a butter knife and a pistol onto him. He will get caught out by the back burner. But now the Uber advantage is eked away, and now the push is going to come in through Big Door from the side of 50 Shades. Bit better Uber, I would say, slightly better for Haku, but again, they got on the second cap as well. I think that's what they wanted from that. That is one way to push out of last, is you just take the Uber trade in Big Door, and then they can't really kill your cappers. But they've lost 2. They've lost Bay, and Unrav has just killed the medic as well, and he's killed Dagger. And that's why you want to play really together on this point, just because the other team has an Unrav.
That's 4 kills.
5.
Oh, just
got the pyre at the end there.
Oh, Hans dies though. Mad gets him with his dying act. It will bring the Uber advantage back for Haku, but the numbers and the points are still in the favour of 50 Shades. They should really...
Yeah, these fights are so scrappy. There's so many times where you think it should have been a point for one of the teams to push out of.
Just can't. They just can't seem to do it properly. You're right in saying, you know, that big door hold is just crazy good if you can get it properly.
Yeah, Mad takes down Static on the flank there, so there's no chance of a bomb coming in onto the combo. That's going to slow him down even more. And again, we've got the classic Gullywash war of attrition, when neither team has a round, and we're on Gullywash last.
Mad going mad, second kill of his life there on the Zodiac. Of course, his backstab on hands is what allows this stalemate to even happen, really.
Oh yeah. We're just like sitting in lobby now. Mad is actually still cloaked up in their balcony. He's waiting for a gamer to come into his sights. He's decloaked. He's looking for Eli actually. And he's on him. No one's swatted him. He does get Eli. And
he should die here. No.
Yeah. No.
Okay,
he gets chased by him. It's all right. But again, like there's no Tuya for Stinghan Academy here, so it's going to be difficult. There's no James either for another few seconds. But the Uber gets forced by Static onto Stinghan Academy. Like
that's a classic soldier.
Oh, they're going to try and wrap around. Surely can't be going wrap around through lower. They're not. They're just going to take the trade on second.
I don't agree with this. You don't have anyone to climb up after anyone who's on the upper point, and they're actually might just everyone get out.
They got on the part. They got control of second though, so they've at the very least they've kept control of the second point. But there's so much cat time. Oh, but Dagger's down as well. And they're going to try and repush this here. Maybe go Shutter. They're going to do a water push, I reckon, because they've got a scout here. They've lost James, though, right away. That's going to slow them down even more.
I feel like at this point you have to wait for the Uber.
The sentry's watching River as well, and it's watching the point, so it's difficult. It's getting spammed out by the soldier, and it's actually going to go down. Maybe not the best comms as to where the other team were pushing from then. And I think
he's a bit aggressive putting it there, but you know, you can see why he does it.
Yeah, it covers the point pretty well, but it's vulnerable to River. And Tuya is controlling the lobby, but like by himself here pretty much. Ubers are equal. Haku just coming to 100% right now, and he's going to just sit and wait for another opening. Such is the life of Gullywash. Dempsey's down to James, but that won't really change too much.
They're down to 2 classes, but that is a scout and a spy on Gullywash last. I don't think they'll be worrying too much about it. They've moved the sentry now so that it watches the point only.
Haku's, the way he's moving here as well, he's vulnerable to the hero shot from River. Like, he's really vulnerable. Like, he's crossing back towards the dispenser. If they just peek James in for River, he's really vulnerable to the sniper here, and that's exactly what they're trying to try and do.
James jumps across. He's looking for it.
There's no Eli though for the shades here.
He's going
James
so aggressive.
Still looking, yeah. There's no demo though. Hugo's just picked up the demo, so there's less spam. Oh, that's very bad. James had no protection there from his team. Like, granted, they were 4 down, but like all of the players that are alive were in River. I would have liked to have seen like a bit more protection onto James and maybe even go a bit more passive afterwards.
But I feel like when they have the Saber, they should really be, because the sentry was moved to not watch water anymore. They probably should have tried to send some people under, and then Ubered on, just the classical kind of Gullywash Highlander push. But they keep waiting for the hero pick before they do it. Maybe they should just take the Uber exchange and trust their DM skills.
Haku's all alone. He's alone in River. There's no one with him. The team aren't linking up with him now, and yeah, he's going to get forced. Yeah, this is really. Oh, never mind. Hugo's sorry, hands are used. I thought that was just force right there, but it was a trade in the end. But Hugo's in secret, and he's getting spammed, and he's taking a lot of focus away from everybody else. He does get killed in the end though, and then the collapse comes in, and the flanking classes are dead for 50 Shades. But there's Static playing the point, but he has to deal with a heavy.
Why? What? He's just going again. He could have killed Saturn there if he wanted to. He's gone up. He's going to kill Saturn. Does die.
Yeah, but he's just killed Haku. Like,
but he
just came in and killed Haku just for free. You've got to watch for this gamer.
He's so strong.
Like, just like a scout in general, it's like a really easy thing to deny on this point most of the time, but Haku is getting caught again and again.
That's what I was saying as well, you know, take the Uber exchange in that way, send some people under, and trust your DM, because they do have excellent DM. They're good gamers. They just seem so indecisive about what they want to do and when they want to do it in general. We've been camped on this last for so long.
I think Hans is happy though, because he's got a massive Uber advantage right here. He's just going to try. They should go like main or Shutter here. Like, it doesn't matter at this point. You have so much of an advantage. Oh, they're going to go River actually. So probably going to try and put the heavy in their Pyro for water. They've lost James, but it doesn't matter. You've got a huge advantage. all James would do anyway is play launchpad and get killed by a soldier, so it's alright. Oh, but the Pyro's denying half the Uber. They put their Pyro and their soldier into water here, and this is really strong. The Heavy can't shoot over them, he does go down. And they're playing the point here. The gun's on the point, watching it, and the gun has killed the Pyro. That's very, very heads-up play by the engineer there, by Sphere there. And there's only 4 people left alive for 50 Shades, and this is surely the repush. We've got 2 conjuring into lobby. Eli, actually, he's hiding in water here. And he's taking a fight with the demo dagger here, and they've dropped 2. The medic's on the point. Static has killed the engineer as well. Static and the demo, there's nothing watching the point. The sentry doesn't cover all the entire point. They've even baited the Uber out.
What?
Really well played. I think they just thought there were more people under than there actually were. They've used the Uber onto the point there. Just maybe a bit of fear.
Poor miscommunication. Really bad. I was going to praise them because they had Dempsey in lobby just as 50 Shades are about to push, and Dempsey just wrapped behind them, cleaned up everyone once the Uber faded.
Cap either.
But yeah, now he gets killed as I was talking about him. Caster's curse. Sorry, Dempsey.
Yep, we're at 17 minutes in, and neither team has managed to get a last cap just yet. Oh, but Hans is dead to mad. Gets a stab right outside shutter there of lobby. That's a really good play.
All the positive things that have happened in the last minute or two, just pretty much undone by that.
Yep. Spy is a class in Team Fortress 2, friends.
This it is.
Watch out for him.
It is.
But James is through shot. He's going for the aggro peak, actually. Doesn't get anything, sadly.
They didn't see him until the very last second.
Yeah,
They really could have gotten away with that.
If he'd had a buff there, I reckon that was probably going to be a medic frag, to be honest. And he gets him from the other side, actually. Just peeks launchpad and kills him. That's really poor, actually. Like, you should be knowing the sniper's in lobby and just playing around that. Like, that's just really tragic. And now, again, they got huge advantage here. They're putting people in water already.
Hugo's actually.
I don't agree with Hugo doing this at all, and he will get killed in the end by the Frontier Justice of Swear, proving that. Oh, it's a telly in water. Oh my god, that is. If the mini sentry wasn't there, that would be the biggest brain play. But they're on the point, and there's nothing spamming them. Okay.
The teleporter play.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's the little bit of X factor difference.
It wasn't even active though. It was just an exit.
Oh, okay.
It's fine. It's just in there. Just like it's teleporter. But yeah, nothing really focused the point afterwards because of the overcharge. So that's well played, and that's finally after 18 minutes almost. That is the first round going in the favour of 50 Shades, and that might even be the only round they need. You never know.
That's the way Gullywash can work.
Such a slow game, and now the pressure's been piled onto Stinghan Academy here. They have to get around here to force a golden cap at the very least, else it will be taking second place here in these mid-grand finals. And right away, Tuya kills James. Swear's been traded out, but you know, NG for sniper all the time.
Eli was so fast this mid, but body shot on Bear. Big picks. Eli was so fast this mid, but they just can't capitalize on it, it seems.
Yeah, Eli's there to the Hans minigun. Unra's on the middle, but we get Sam. How does he get away with that?
It's another mid-fight loss for 50 Shades.
Yeah, like they've lost their heavy, but they should still be. Is he the only person that really died there? The late on, so you can still walk forwards. You can go through big door here. You don't have to go through choke.
They have gone through big door though, and Haku, be careful of the sightline, man. Steps back into cover a little bit.
Yeah, it should be lobby for free right now. Yeah, everyone's on last here for 50 Shades.
The full Uber ad though.
Yeah. Now Haku wants to play River now. This is smart. But you do the Highlander push. You are Highlander gamers. Put your heavy and your pyro into water. Eli's camping it, but it's just Eli so far.
They get Saturn.
They've used it. They've dropped dagger. That's sad. Dear. They got on the gun with Dempsey. He's all the way in, and they're playing the point. Actually, there's so much cap time already, and everyone's piling onto the point. And yeah, like I don't agree with Haku right there at all. He should have used the point as a distraction just to run away, but he opted just to like run onto the point and just sort of go for Uber saws. I get that you've got half cap time, but I would have just ran away here. Used the distraction of the point to run away.
They'd lost Saturn like 2 seconds before they went in, and not having your heavy on the point, it really can be a massive detriment to your attempt to capture it. And then to drop dagger straight away, you've got to back off after that.
And speaking of heavies dying, Man's gunning got a 2k there. He's killed Hugo and Gaz there. They're going to start on their push right away, but they're pushing up. But they've used in And Haku is really out of position here. He's getting killed by the spy. He's getting sandwiched by an uber charge and an NG and a spy there.
The back cap though, they've not looked behind them.
They haven't checked it. This might be around here. There's nothing on last, and Dempsey's running all the way through main. There's nothing fast enough to catch him. But he's opting to go for a fight. Oh, that's so sad.
The spawns were up in time. They would have been able to defend it.
Yeah, that's really sad there.
Oh god. I suppose, again, as you said, actually, just as they were pushing in, they had lost 2 people to Matt, and those are the people who would have been watching the flank.
Yeah.
And it's just good heads-up play from Tuya and Dempsey to just walk through.
This what works. And now, once again, they've clawed their way back. They're on the last point. Very slight advantage for Haku here. Nothing really to work off, though. But yeah, once again, we're on the opposite side of the map to where we were a couple minutes ago. Just
Losing
sitting
your pyro.
outside. Yeah, no pirates in either river push either. And this slight advantage has grown into a 25% advantage as well. Hands has not been healing optimally. So, I'm not sure if they know, but Haku could just feasibly go through Shutter here even with his demo. Because there's no pyro to deny for a while now.
Dempsey gets slain under the point.
But Haku himself has been healing people on the dispenser, so he's built his Uber really slowly. So now there goes an opportunity. And the spy gets quite out there by Saturn. EK, dead 2 with a minigun. And they're just waiting in again just for maybe a sniper pick just so they can walk through river or a pyro or something. Because now this advantage is gone for them. They've got a spy playing point, and that might be the play. They're going to try and walk through river here. They're going water actually with the Uber. I like this.
They can afford to do it, I think. They're not looking either. Looks like Uber doesn't know they're there.
They need someone else to cap though. Like Pyro's being Uber, they need someone else on the point to cap this. Because this is really good.
They lost Gazi.
No one's looking at it. Yeah, that's good. They were a bit late with getting people else. This is the classic Gullywash play though. Like the heavy and the pyro through water, you can do it one or two ways. You can either put heavy and your pyro there and you just bully your way through, or you Uber your pyro, here blast everyone, and then everyone else caps. That's really good play.
It almost didn't work out for them though. Gaz just got disconnected just long enough to be killed by Saturn, and because of that it was able to work out. Last time around actually on mid, Eli was ridiculously fast. This time he gets there equally fast as Daga.
Yeah, but completely zoned out here.
I can see what I can get. There's really nobody coming through from Victor here.
Mancy Cloaking is on the NG, but he has been found out. He opted to go for James rather than the NG. I'm just taking the NG personally, just ran away. Not getting anything else, but Tudor comes in, big bomb, kills Hans, Zodiac, and James before going down himself. And it's only 3 alive for each team here, but Haku, he's dead to Unrav.
It's just Unrav and Eli really left alive here, and they managed to clean up all the kills. Eli has survived for so long on 60 HP. He's been like that for 10 seconds.
You've got to play together when you're only 3 alive. Like, Haku was there completely wide open there to just Unrav, who just W's into him and 2 shots him. That's just poor play in general. I get there's only 3 of you alive, but you had your scout with you. You could have just played with together and done something. Eventually, the mid fight will go in the favour of 50 Shades because of that misplay.
I feel like that really, that was definitely Stinghan's mid. That play from Tuya was just incredible. And in general, I feel like a lot of these situations are being rescued for 50 Shades because of their individual players rather than, and mistakes of course. But it is mostly the individuals who are pulling this back for them, I think.
It's the same people every time. It's just Unrav, Eli, Static sometimes as well has been coming in as well. They've just been getting these picks every time and it's been saving the game. And now once again we're getting the cap on the side of 50 Shades, going to cap up second and try and push into lobby here. 1-1 with 6 minutes left on the clock. It's anyone's game here.
But it is definitely in 50 Shades control pretty much. They have the Uber ready to push on the last. They had a 20% ad, but it's not much to work with particularly.
Yeah, by the time they get in, Haku will have Uber.
If they just mimic the push that Stinghan did, they should be able to pull this off.
It looks like they want to do it as well. They've got the heavy and the pyro forwards here, and they're going to go into water with the medic. So they're going to do it. They've taken Leaf out of Stinghan's book there. Ubering the pyro, he's pushing everyone off the point. But again, the heavy's a bit slow walking up. He's in the central sight line, and the Uber and this counter pyro comes out and airballs everyone into under. And Hugo's getting the kills, but he's
mowing everyone down.
Unrav and Hugo have been getting all of the kills, but no, there's only 2 left alive for the sides of 50 Shades, and Hans is running for his life all the way. But
guys, he's going to get this!
Gaz! What on earth?
6 minutes left.
He just kills everybody. He just walks through under and kills 4 people by himself. And
he finishes the wipe and gets the cap. 5 minutes left.
How do you let that happen?
he let Hugo take all the focus and the damage, and once the big scary heavy was cleared off the point, everyone was focused on Unrav. And then in comes Gaz, murders everyone, and now it's 2-1 with 5 minutes left. We're going to have to see some fast Gullywash here from Stinghan.
That's crazy. Just how do you miss that as well? It was 2 up at the end there, and Dagger's been zoned out on the start by the Vanguard Mini Sentry and Big Door. Saturn's really aggressive on the point here, but he's in everyone's sight line. I don't really agree with this. He gets killed by Eli. Gaz goes down to Bayer, and Hans as well. He's down. That's not 3k right now on this middle. And but they have to play with Haku this time, and he gets killed by Unrav again.
Unrav, the big plays coming in.
It should be their mid anyway. There's still like 4 left alive versus 2. It should be their mid. Like, it's just an engine and a headshot coming out from BK onto Dagger, proving that the AMB isn't quite dead after all.
The ambassador is still alive, ladies and gentlemen. Please don't use it. Had enough of that crap.
Wow, toxic gamma.
Unlocks, man. You love him or you hate him. They've actually left Big Door completely open right now.
Yeah, like I think the DR spy from BK has just like told them that, but they're really slow. I don't think they even want to rotate here. They're just playing in choke. They know they don't really have to push now because it's 3 minutes and 40 seconds, and they're a round up, so they can just afford to sit because Ubers are equal in choke. That they don't have to make anything happen yet. James is dead to Bayer as well.
We'd be seeing some 7-6 strat here on a Gullywash mid Highlander.
Park the bus team. It's always. It's boring, but it works.
They're also.
Why wouldn't you?
They are at an Uber disadvantage here. Hans hasn't been building as well, and if Haku just goes with this,
awfully. Yeah, they look like they want to try and get aggro and choke here, and that's like they're removing the pyro, and Hans doesn't have yet. He's getting M1 by the pyro, but he's so close. He does get it in the end. Uses on the pyro, but Delta's just been pushing him out through Big Door here. And this is a. But again, the frags outside of the Uber, I would say, are about equal so far.
But the mini sentry is doing so much work.
There's better classes at 50 Shades. Like, they're just going to defend this. They got on the cap, and actually this is potentially dangerous here because there's no way they can deny these forward spawns.
That was so close.
Eli's dead to Bayer as well.
Hans lives with about 20 HP with Tuya in Tuya's sights pretty much. Tuya just blows himself up.
And Static has killed the engineer in Big Door, so that's opened that up loads. And Dagger's caught as well. He's died to Demo Man. And despite having the forward spawns, Stinghan being pushed out, and they've got 2 minutes left here. They have to make something happen soonish, else there's going to be, well, they'll be second place.
It's really could even get to a golden cup. Who knows? If that is the situation, if Stinghan win, if Stinghan draw this up and it finishes 2-2, it will be a golden cap.
Yeah, like, I think that's really all I can really hope for at this point because it's 2 minutes left. There isn't really enough time for like getting to last and getting another round out of it. So they just like try and they have some time. It's like what 30 seconds from middle to last on this map, and they've gotten 2 picks already. They've gotten Gaz, they've gotten the Soldier. Ubers are equal for both teams. They just want to play heals here and just get everyone healed up. There's no Pyro and no Soldier, so like the choke Uber was really strong here because there's no Pyro for the for 50 Shades here.
I think there was a bit of a miscommunication there. I think they had the Uber odd. I think Gaz thought that they were going in, but the call clearly is, it is to park the bus. It's a minute 30 seconds left. The Uber coming in here onto Delt solo Pyro pretty much, trying to just burn a shiny player. That's not how it works. He's baited Haku pretty much entirely. Haku's trying to get out. They're losing everyone pretty much that tries to fight this. They do pick up Gazi if no one else.
Yeah, Dagger's trying his very best to get some spam in here, but they're all hiding from him right around the corner. The bus is firmly parked, but the heavy comes in. Saturn, he gets so much damage on the demo, and James goes down, but they've just bled everyone just for all of that. Delta gets a nice reflect onto Static, and Unwrap is dead to Dagger, but it's going to be very difficult. It's going to be very difficult. They've got heals in choke here. It's a demo and a heavy versus demo pyro heavy versus demo and
Dempsey got predicted so hard that Sticky Trap launched him into the sky.
Delt's dead. This is GG. I think now. It's
40 seconds. It's surely over.
They've lost Delt as well. They got a terrible Uber trade here. And Dagger's they're just sitting passive in choke here. They have to make something happen. They have to go right now, but they haven't got their Uber yet. James is dead and BK is dead, so there's no pick classes, but the engineer's in, forces the Uber. Zodiac in, and 23 seconds. This is surely it now. We're in dead time.
They need a lot more people on this cap. There's only shiny people on it.
At the end there. And yeah, they've locked the middle as well. Yeah, it's 2 alive, 50 Shades, but they don't really care because they've won.
10
seconds left. And yeah, so your mid ETF2L Season 17 Highlander champions will in fact be 50 Shades of Purple. Taking Gullywash, like what is it? A really close Gullywash game there. Yeah, that was really strong play there coming out from like Unrav and Eli. Just
considering how long that first round was, it really picked up in pace after that, I have to say.
Yeah, I think that's normally the thing on Gullywash. Like, a lot of the times you'll see a really long first round as teams don't want to, like, go down in that first round, but then afterwards you'll see teams just, like, come out of their shells and start to just, like, play a little bit better.
You just gotta believe.
Yeah.
The power of belief.
Well, it's just like, you don't want to be the team that loses the first round on a 5CP map. So you just sit really passive for ages, and then you go in, like, once you have that round advantage, you can just afford to go forwards a bit.
Makes perfect sense.
Like, right away, Unrav, 36 kills, 16 deaths. And Tuya, like, right behind him then is Tuya, who also just went huge. He went 34 kills, 400 DPM. Like, Tuya and Unrav.
Players on Gullywash.
Yeah.
Massive stuff. Unrav in particular, I just feel like every major play that happened, particularly on mid fights and on last fights, it just seemed to be him every time. Just coming in, cleaning up. 36 and 16 is crazy.
Yeah, like Static, Unrav, and Eli, just the three musketeers making all the plays happen. Really, like Gaz had his moment. He had his 4 or 5K on the end there to win them the game with that final cap. But like consistently, it was always just Unrav, Static, and Eli just finding advantages and working off them, just getting all the right kills at the right time and just winning. Like most post fights, really, fights that they really shouldn't have been losing. But then there's Unrav at the end, they're just killing the medic, just for free. Really well played, well deserved.
That last mid fight that they won as well, where Eli just lived on 60 HP, just hiding around the side of the point, just spamming a sticky every now and then, while Unrav just guns everyone down. It just a little bit of focus calls would have been necessary there. You have a demo who's weak, kill him. Just get in his face.
And, it works. You're the scout class. Class number 1 beats class number 4 when he's close, so.
Indeed. It's well deserved, I have to say, as well. Particularly their showing on product was just crazy. And giving us that wonderful 2 to 3 minute session of madness on Upward. I really hope that there were several clips made of that, please. I want to go back and watch this after.
Yeah, like we got a few good clips. Like we had the things on product with the Frontier Justice as well, didn't we? Had some really good plays all around. Got some good Twitch experience clips. Hope we get on that. That'd be quite fun. But it's just the consistent plays, always coming out from 50 Shades, just always winning it. And I believe actually we're going to be having some interviews very shortly.
We do indeed, I think.
Yeah, we're being joined by Bayer.
Hello.
We're being joined by Bayer and Swear from Stinghan Academy, and Eli and James from 50 Shades. Now, first of all, commiserations to Stinghan Academy for really well played, but sadly got second place in the end. And then, of course, congratulations to 50 Shades being the mid-champions.
Thank you very much.
Season 17. I want to start off now with just Eli, actually.
Yeah.
You and Unrav, with just the plays coming out. How do you think your post fights went? Like, how do you always get your kills at the end of all the post fights? Was it just a comms thing, or?
Well, like kills onto us, or?
No. Just like a lot of your post fights, you were just like getting onto Haku, like, and just winning every single post over fight a lot of the time on Gullywash, especially.
Yeah.
Like, just worked.
There was one time on Upward first that Unrav just like nutted right on is it Haku? Is that how you say it? I don't know. But yeah, I guess just lucky spam from me.
It's not luck, it's skill.
I suppose you could call it that, yeah.
The crits. I want to ask Bayer quickly on product. The crits, was it a call from your demo or your medic to go crits on product? Like, because I know you were getting kind of farmed by the Eli crits a lot of the time. Did you just think go counter crits just to like change things up and just maybe make things a bit more equal? Because you did a lot better after you started getting those crits off.
That was medic and demo choice, and after that, I think we did well on just one round.
Yeah, the third round was really equal for a lot of it.
Yeah, but just unlucky things.
Yeah, I noticed like Haku a lot of the time just didn't really have the protection that he needed. And we're just getting, like Unrav and Eli a lot in the post-fights as well, but the spy on product was really the one that was like, the headache for Haku, really.
Yeah.
And the crit sticks as well.
And also for Daga.
That is true. I'd like a question for Eli, actually.
Ooh.
Can you take us through those mad few minutes at the end of one of those upward rounds? What the hell was going on?
What was that?
It was at
When
the
you
end
went,
of your
like-
first upward
Yeah.
round, I believe.
The first round when you came in through last and you killed Haku, and then both teams were having respawn modes over and over on the car, and it played like a pub almost.
Yeah, it was chaos.
It was mad overtime.
So, I think we all I think the Sixers DM brain came in, so we just tried to
Yeah.
fucking. Oh, can I say swears in here? Shit. Sorry.
No,
Right, but
this is a PG-13 cast, James.
No, it's fine. Right, but we just DM'd and we thought we could win. But alas, mistakes were made, and the other team played really well. So fair play.
Yeah, I noticed you on the although you did lose upward 2 in the end, you controlled the respawners better. Like every time you seemed to get an advantage on the first round of that upward last. It was always the pyro and the heavy and the demo were just sitting in the stairs by the cart there, and they were always just staying alive at the end. They're trying to get kills. So I think you really stopped that fight from happening quite a few times, and you had a really decisive last push on the final last push of your second round. It's a shame it took you so long to get there, but it was really good. You killed all the right focuses. But yeah, it was really well played, from both teams and upward, I think. Even if it was so long.
We couldn't kill that heavy on the stairs at all. Had
really
we killed the heavy, it would have been a lot easier. But
We did actually point that out. Extrasolar, you were saying that about Saturn. His position on the stairs was so powerful.
Saturn's, I said Saturn's in his spot again. They can't possibly cap last.
Yeah, that was like Fort Knox, that heavy, man.
Yeah.
in hindsight, we could have just got an Uber.
Yeah, like that's what we were saying. We were saying after instead of taking these fights against heavy, you've got, even though the defenders have got longer respawns, only one person can teleport in at once. So really, the respawns are about equal. Really for the defenders, they were able to just get these advantages on you in the scrappy fights at the end. But you killed Haku every time, so you could have simply just gone Uber charge and then just killed him at the end.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really matter in the end because you came back and you won Gullywash.
Maybe one final question, perhaps, for both teams, for all the players here. Shall we be seeing any of you at Copenhagen?
Yes, you shall. I will be attending.
I don't have the day, mate, sorry.
Unfortunate. Will any of you be playing in it? Got any LAN teams sorted?
Yeah, there's a Ringo team being constructed, I think. But
Interesting. We
Just for
shall
sixes?
see you there.
hopefully, yeah.
Is it just sixes?
At the moment, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if we're doing sixes or Highlander. We're doing Highlander definitely for Copenhagen. I've just been told by we're doing both. Apparently, everything's gonna be on KritzKast for Copenhagen, so we might even be casting you again in that LAN.
Oh, I doubt it.
Well, maybe if Ringo achieves the dream, we would maybe do it. Well,
yeah, I'm not so sure. I think it's just going to be everyone just getting battered every night. Let's be honest.
Fair
The
enough.
classic LAN experience in general, really, isn't it?
Experience.
Booze and fights.
Yeah.
And video games. Lots of video games.
The video games are entirely secondary, of course. So I think we're just going to move on now. I think just shout-outs now. I think we'll go in alphabetical order, so we'll start out with Bayer here. So have you got any shout-outs, Bayer?
Yes, I got a lot.
Oof,
Okay, so
got a list.
Lucian, stop shit-talking me. Shoutouts to Huiston, best Polish soldier Janek, and second one Wonshu. Shoutouts to Stinghan, I love you, bro. And shoutouts to best Polish server Why not TF? Why but TF?
Okay.
That's it.
Good list there. Pre-prepared. Eli, any shout-outs?
Yeah. All of the Ringo Mumble boys, especially Hugo for his IQ on Gullywash.
The brain-heavy plays through under. That was pretty good. All right. Sphere, any shout-outs?
Yes, sure. Shoutout to Matio, shoutout to Jacek, shoutout to all skillerzy, shoutout to Shizer, shoutout to Janek, my best bro, and pozdro date botana. That's all.
Okay, and last but not least, James, shout-outs?
Shout out to my team. Clouds, I guess. Shout out to OJ. Jim Vickers in particular as well.
Oh, you stole my shout-out.
And last but not least, the man who started it all, Purple Lucky. Shout out to that man.
Absolute mad lad. Right, Gava, shout outs?
To Jazz for being my source in the background for how to correctly pronounce BK's name. And also to Mr. British for giving me all the logs in the background.
Oh, Mr. British, the true unsung hero. Who, apart from Wiethoofd, of course.
The
But
major one.
I think I'll finish up with my shout-outs. I've got a little bit of a list as well. I think I got my first shout-out to Police Squad, my Sixers team. They're pretty good. Shout-out to EDL, team that James and me played on. Shout-out to The Spy. Shout-out to Yak for getting into Prem this season. Well, almost. He's nearly there. He's basically in Prem, right? Yeah, I'm going to shout out Yak this season. And I want to give another shout-out as well to Jim Vickers.
Good stuff all around.
Can I shout out someone, please?
Yeah,
Sure.
go ahead.
Shout out Tebotana.
Good stuff.
And shout out to Files, my best cousin. Pozdro, Fili.
Okay. Right, I think that's going to just about do it for tonight. Once again, congratulations to 50 Shades of Purple for winning mid season 17. And I think on screen now, we're going to be like a few stuff up here. We got our Twitter, got our Patreon, got our nice little KritzKast merchandise. You can go over and go through all of that. Of course, this is actually, I'm not lying this time, unlike CJ. This is the last Highlander game of the season. In fact, season 17 is over now because the Open Grand Finals just happened. So, yeah, I think the next thing that KritzKast will be doing next is be Copenhagen over in April. Unless, of course, we get next season Highlander before then, in which case I'll be doing that as well. But thanks everyone so much for watching. It's been a fantastic mid-grand final. Hope to see you all soon. Goodbye.